Yeah, last time I wore my safety orange hat.
That's right.
You see, they're low. He's in a band.
There we are.
Boom.
Jay.
Huh.
He's in a band called Safety Orange, and they're from San Diego. But look at their logo.
Oh, okay.
We
It's kind of
bastardized
cool.
it.
Yeah, that was pretty clever, actually.
Yeah, we sell these things like hotcakes, man. Hard to keep them in stock.
They're fun to watch. You probably like them. They do a lot of Sublime and Pepper and 311 and their own stuff, the original stuff that's kind of the same genre.
Cool.
But
We
fun
call
guys.
it Genry here on the show.
Genre, yeah,
Yep.
because the Zig analogy or
And
the
machismo.
machismo instead of machismo. Yeah. And my name is Scott McLaughlin instead of McLaughlin.
Cloth.
McLaughlin.
McLovin.
Alrighty.
Technically still the Zig Zone, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The Zigless Zone.
Zigless Zone.
There's not much damage.
Zig Free Zone. Is our radio, our telephone back up and running yet?
No, that's still a work in progress.
Okay.
We had one in, but it just wasn't 1914 just since he sold some of the mistake, I think. There's some breaking something. It was in the rack. We had to look to the board. Okay, that's correct. So what song do you want?
Hot for teacher?
Yeah, Hopper teacher.
Yeah.
Damn, it's hot in here.
It's all right here. It's blowing right on me.
It's been humid, humid as fuck all day too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have any thunderstorms?
No, I got it.
A pretty gnarly one. Come up to 15.
And rain on Wednesday.
Whenever he says 30 seconds, I'll
Yeah,
quiet.
I just got to be.
Oh, you've been on the show before.
I still got 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, wait, it just got quiet.
Shh. Oh, I think that was the air turning off.
Mm-hmm.
It did not get down 4 degrees in here. I think that thermostat's in the wrong place. It's right. It's way too close to that register.
Yeah. Like here it feels a little bit, but not. I don't think they really know they're doing it today, to be honest.
Machismo.
Just put little drum pads right here.
Yep.
Temperature is that at?
It's at 76, but I don't think it's right. I just turn it way down.
Yeah. Probably turn off recording that.
Huh?
No. So I think it's like you leave on to record to get that sound.
Doesn't sound that bad though.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
That's better than dying of heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll set you guys up. I'll set you guys up before I'm gonna do it from home. So I'll just stop the recording. You be like 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just stop the recording. Just turn off the lights on. Make sure the door's locked. Ready to go.
No problem.
I don't know if Bernard's gonna stop by or not. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
shall see.
Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
It's a damn fine beer right there.
Huh?
It's a damn fine beer.
Yeah. Brew beers are good, but I can't drink too many of them.
I really like the Phantom Bride, the Deftones IPA. It's so good. I don't even like IPAs that much. But it's really good.
Yeah. 2 minutes. This desk is close to me. Yeah, it's a lot smaller near the studio, huh?
What's that?
A lot smaller near the studio. But it still does its job. That's all that matters.
So you got a good vibe. How many shows did you guys do out of here in this location?
We've done 3 or 4, something like that. Almost.
You certified?
What's going on?
We are live on the not so Zig Zone.
Yeah, we are Zigless.
We have no Zig tonight.
He is sick. He is on his ass. Who knows why or what? Is he got the flu?
So
or?
here is to Zig.
Yeah, here's to the Zigless zone tonight on the drum clinic. So, and Tato's back
What up, everyone?
for the drum clinic, and JJ, of course. Cheers.
Alrighty then.
So, we're kind of winging it tonight.
Yep. Like we do every drum clinic.
Exactly.
And every other show, for that matter.
Yeah. But no, we'll get through this with or without Zig. So,
We can do this.
yep.
You can do it.
Yeah. Now I want to figure out, how do I share that video stream on my Facebook?
Go on my Facebook and see if it's there, and then share it.
Cool. Yeah, we have this cool new gadget we were playing with last week, so now we're trying to figure it out. Zig had... How does Zig figure it out first? How's that work? But it's a Mevo camera, so it connects through the Facebook Live, so Scott is sharing through his page.
Yeah, so I can zoom in on whoever's talking, like myself. It'll zoom over to me. Focus on whoever is at hand or the guest or whatever.
Cool,
There's
there
Tato.
it is.
Goo goo.
So it's kind of a cool new technology, and we're digging it. So we are here in drum clinic. I don't know what I want to. I know you were at Paula this weekend. I was up in Sacramento on Saturday.
How was that?
Played
The
Swabby.
big sack.
The big sack.
Sacktown.
Yeah. Long ass drive. Thank God Tiff drove the majority of the way because I am horrible at driving long distance. I just fall asleep. Um, but long drive, especially from the new town now, Menifee. So it's a little bit further, about
Welcome
an
to my
hour.
world.
Yeah, no, but it's cool down. I love being down there. It's been really sick down there, and a lot of friends down there, and some cool bars down there, and some great food. And I like it. But Sac was cool. Um, Swabbies, if you've never been there or seen it, it's on the river. So like backstage or on the side of the like there's viewing seats that people can just sit there and look at the river go on and listen to music, and they have all different kinds of genres there. And they had us there once before with a Chicago tribute, and they loved us so much that they just called us back. My keyboardist Chris, he plays in a Eagles tribute, Boys of Summer, and they've been up there several times, and that's how he got to know us, and through them just kept having us back. And then we played with a AC/DC tribute called Riff Raff, and that's the sound guy there. The singer is the sound guy, or for that place and for the Corner Pocket up there, which we played. Every time we go there, they love us. So it was a fun show, but long ass drive, and we're just dead tired after moving last weekend and then doing a trip this weekend. We're beat. So
Yeah, it's a long drive.
yeah,
We play up in Madera quite a bit, and then Oroville. Oroville's a longer drive.
yeah.
Oh.
Way.
That's like near Placerville, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oroville. Where is that exactly?
It's off the 99, just off the top of my head. It's kind of going into the mountain, but it's about 9 hours, I think, from here.
Oh wow, that's further.
That's
than
up by
I thought.
like Reading, or is it more
No, it's
East.
It's east. Yeah.
more east or west?
East.
East.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off the 99, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun little town. We play at the Feather Falls Casino up there. But yeah.
Oh yeah. No. We've done that. Not me, but when before I was with Crowley, they've done Feather Falls before as well too. They said it was pretty cool up there.
It is. They got their own brewery up there with really good beers too. It's right
Nice.
next to the. It's in the same room as the main room. So. Yeah.
Talk or turn up volume, please. How do I turn up volume?
Oh, we don't have any audio streaming through it.
Yeah, it's like not coming through on this thing. I don't know why.
Does it go through the board into that somehow?
Is that the volume or no? No, that's not the volume.
Here comes Hef to save the day.
Oh, Hefe. I don't know how to do the volume. That's a volume? There's this here, because see the meter is like really low.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I thought it was like going through the board into that,
No,
but there's
usually
nothing
something's
connected to
plugged
it.
into
Huh?
that. I think something's plugged into that, so I think it's capturing the audio.
If you can hear me, you can go to YouTube and listen to us there.
I don't. That's the volume?
People are watching and they're not able to hear what we're saying.
Right.
Oh no, that means it's playing back in my.
I just shared the video too.
Yeah, we don't want that loud because it's going to play back through there.
Okay. Sorry, it's Bernard does this stuff.
Oh, Bernard. We need Bernard here for a second.
You always minimize that face.
Oh, somebody, Bobby said, I hear all three of you just fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you're good. Now.
Maybe we fixed it now.
Oh, that was the Facebook thing that says say something so Scott knows you're here.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Facebook just automatically sends these
Yeah,
notifications.
I got this the wave or some shit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And Jason just said, Dato.
What up, Jay?
And Deborah says right on.
So you shared it as well. Okay, so you could share it on yours. All you got to do is
Triple
go to
the
mine.
coverage.
Triple the coverage.
Yeah, I got the old 4S.
The 4S.
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't work quite as well as normal phones.
yeah. I think I still have a 4 or a 5 somewhere. I don't know.
I'm gonna use it
Anyway.
till it doesn't work anymore. That's how stubborn I am.
Oh, they make them. They make phones nowadays to where
Original screen, baby.
Yeah,
Nice.
But they make the phones to where you have to replace them to keep up to date with the technology and shit
Yeah.
because it just slows down so fast. Or you got to just reset it back to factory like every few months, and then you lose all your shit.
Yeah, but still, it's going to slow down because they put more scripts in the programming language of everything. So you got to have like an 8-core processor. Just look at Facebook.
Yeah, my Facebook works fine, but the my Chase app, I can't like check my balance because it needs the whatever 10.0 whatever operating system. Mine's like 9 something,
That's stupid.
and I don't have an update for it.
It's
so
it's
I
Chase
might have
app.
peaked out. Might be time for a new phone after all, but whatever.
See, man. Thanks for your help, brother.
All right, Hef is out.
The hef is out of the house. Yep. So, don't know what subject Zig was thinking about.
Drums.
He was, well, you know him. He always has those little questions he perks on there.
Yeah. So what kind of amplifier do you play?
Yeah, right.
Let's see. When I'm playing guitar,
Yeah. No,
What
he
kind of
plays guitar
drums?
too. So.
Are you a Ludwig guy too?
I just actually, funny you ask, because I just bought one of those Ludwig breakbeats kits, the Questlove one. I found a used one at Guitar Center, the toy kit I was telling
Oh,
you
the
about.
toy kit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those little mini ones?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's like what, like a 14 or 16 inch bass drum or whatever, and it sounds awesome. I found it for $150. So
Nice.
Yeah,
I saw a used set at, I think it was a Sam Ash in Fullerton. It's an old Ludwig 4-piece kit, and the bass drum's like a 26 or maybe even bigger. The thing's giant.
That's how mine is on my vintage classic.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a
It's like
26.
this tall.
Yeah, what sucks about that is that, I've got shorter toms, but they're still not short enough, and so your toms are real up high. So I have to put my fucking seat up really high, so I can be above the shit. So I'm like above the drum set.
Well,
and
my
down.
first kit was a mid 70s Slingerland. And I had the power toms and the
Oh,
24-inch
yeah.
kick. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was a scrawny little freshman when I
They're-
got it.
They're like
So yeah,
Nickel McBrain style, like this.
Yeah.
you're like punching the drums instead of. I'd had them set up, but my dumbass chopped them like short because my buddy had a wood shop. He's like, "Oh, we can fix this, get a little more angle." I'm like, okay, gave it to him and just ruined the toms.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So I got
Unless
the,
you
the
know
floor
how to-
toms and the bass drum still sounds hits though, but
Nice.
Well, back then it was all concert toms. People would get toms and just take off the bottom head.
yeah.
They're like, oh, it sounds better this way.
No, it doesn't.
Now we have microphones. We don't need to worry about that. That's all it was they would just do it so the sound would project.
Yeah, but there was no resonance, so it
Exactly.
just sounded like bong.
Remember North drums? They had the fiberglass shells that came out at a curve.
Right. Yep.
There was another company that did that too. That I think copied it. Some amplifier company.
Didn't Alex Van Halen have one of those by Ludwig?
Might have been
curve?
Peavy.
Peavy, you're right. Yeah, Peavy was it.
Nice. Yay, I got something.
Yay!
Yep. So yeah, no, I had a cymbal that a bass player back in the '80s tried to save for me. It was a China. So he took the China broke right on the edge. So he basically cut it on his, whatever saw he had, and it looked good, but he took off that angle of the China, and it just sounded like garbage. It just
Yeah.
sounded like
Trash can lid.
trash can lid.
Yeah, those are my favorite kind of China cymbals, are the ones that are just like really crappy, like a Wuhan
Trashy.
China. Yeah. That's what I have, is a big 19-inch Wuhan. I love that thing. Oh, and Jason says they tried to buy you a new phone for your birthday and you refused.
Yeah, I could talk on it and I could look up Facebook and some YouTube shit, and that's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't like to be on my phone very much.
It just adds drama to your life sometimes. Me, I have to, with business and band shit, it's like that's the only way I can communicate with those fuckers. So, and those guys constantly have a feed that they're, oh, hey, what about this set list? Do you like this set list? Like, Jesus.
Is that how it sounds?
Well, that's the bassist voice. He, hey, what do you guys think?
I thought you were doing the singer.
No. No, Dave's very quiet. He's a quiet guy. For a singer, he's very quiet. But when he gets on stage, he just comes out and does his thing, and he becomes a totally different person, which is a good thing. I mean,
Right.
but yeah, he's very anti-drama, very laid back and cool. So
Yep.
it's nice to have a singer like that, and it's not all crazy and
Not all
issues.
Me.
Issues.
Hard to find.
Yeah. So, anywho,
So you got any shows to plug?
yeah. Then gotta see. I can't even go on my phone with this thing. I think it's the 19th. We're at Candies in Highland. We're doing another autism show, a benefit concert for them, and it's just one of those things that it's in a random place. Last time was at a Harley Davidson in Venice Beach. This time it's
nice.
in Highland at Candy's Bar. Hopefully Jimbo will be out there because he's always out there. He should do a bus ride out to the show. He's got that new Jim Brews thing going, and he's always looking for shows to go to, but he can go out to that one and make it a benefit show. So that would be great. Other than that, I think, God, I just was looking at it, but I'm afraid to get out of this thing. Cause
Yeah, if you
I'll
back out,
probably-
you might lose the video feed.
yeah, I don't know how to get out of it without shutting it off.
See, we need your phone now because I'm like watching this to monitor the comments and like respond back.
It's the same here. Yeah.
I'll go grab it.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We can look it up later.
Well, yeah, if you look it up on the Facebook thing online, but you'd have to log in,
The Facebook thing.
or just go to
We
the
can
website. Just,
We have a computer right here.
yeah, just look up.
What is up with the Book of Faces?
It's MrCrowley.com.
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah, we're doing the cave again. We're doing.
The cave's fun. I like that.
I love the cave.
Oh, MrCrowley.com is for sale.
No, they're okay. Maybe it's. What the fuck? Okay. hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh
up.
shit! Somebody didn't like jack and blackmail you, did they? Because they did that to my original web page.
Maybe it's done.
I had like switched from GoDaddy to Bluehost, but GoDaddy wouldn't let me transfer the domain, so I could like host it through the other one. So, but I was already paying for it through the other one, so I let it expire on GoDaddy, thinking that it was already like paid for, so it wouldn't actually expire. And on the day that it expired, somebody bought it and tried to sell it to me for $4,000.
Oh shit.
I was like, "Yeah, you can fuck off."
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mr./Crowley.com.
Ah,
Like dash, not slash dash. Mr.-Crowley.com.
Yeah, Slashes and Guns N' Roses. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Dash Crowley.
There it is. And then you go to schedule up on top. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So
Cool. So y'all got a bunch of shows.
yeah, October 13th at Candies in Highland. The
Yep.
21st at Cook's Corner in Chibuco Canyon.
Cooks.
That's always a fun show too.
It
And
is.
if it's not fucking raining. One time we had a show there in October and it was raining, so we had to cancel. 26th at Sage Theater in Whittier. 27th at Big Rock in Indio. And the Cave is November 2nd, yeah.
Oh, you got the swap meet coming up.
Swap meet, yeah.
We were just talking about that. That's
yeah,
right.
it's gonna be
We
interesting.
just played there Friday. It was awesome.
So is it a new location?
No, it's still the same. They chopped off part of the stage, but it's still it's like one section shorter. So you know where the stairs are on the side?
Yeah.
They go to the
Back.
green room. They turn the green room, the unit around sideways, so the door is actually facing the stairs.
Oh, trip.
So they kind of turn that, but there's construction going on behind the stage and then out front where they're going to move the stage. So
Are they going to keep it in the same location or move it?
I heard they're going to move it to the other side of the pavilion.
And
So they have the direct other side.
but it's not going to be by the beer.
Well, it's right there. So the other side.
just-
it's
Where's
just-
Scott's
the
mind
beer will,
at?
the beer will be on the other side.
Okay, so instead of the west side, it'll be the east side. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, I thought you meant.
I
Like,
didn't know
way-
direction wise.
Gotcha.
But the beer.
Dude, it was awesome. We have some photos up
Well,
and stuff.
I know they're all about the beer sales there. So
Dude, it's a genius way they have it.
Yeah.
10 beer windows and all drafts and
it's always got a huge
There you go.
line, but they pump them out. Yeah, that's a fun place to play.
you
They
got to get
pack
your
'em
beers before you go on break too. Like it's impossible to go in that beer line when you get on break and you want a beer. You have to send people out to go get them.
in. Well, yeah, that's what I did. I just I'm like, hey, here's my ticket. Go get me some beer. But yeah, if
Well, if
haven't,
you're in the band,
have-
it's supposed to work that way.
have you been to the swap meet before?
No, I haven't.
Santa
heard of
Fe
it.
Springs
Dude,
swap
it's
meet.
killer.
It's super fun. I mean, they have all different genres out there. It's really fun.
People are like, what, a swap meet?
Oh,
Like,
it's-
oh, dude, if only you knew.
It's it's really fun. They pack them in there like just hundreds and hundreds of people.
They pretty
It's
much
in
have
La Mirada.
they have like the big tribute bands go through there all out. So
Yeah.
it's Really big stage, really big sound. It holds, what, 1,500 people, I think the pavilion does. It's always packed.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what the max was there, but yeah, it's a shitload of people. I know
It's
that.
cool because the kids are coming out, too. So
Yeah, you just gotta. We had every time we have to tell Dave like no cursing because they get on your ass.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No. At the swap meet, they don't, because kids are there, they kind of get on your ass. And one time, Dave he was just on stage singing a song for somebody else, and he was sitting there like saying "fuck" and this, and "hey, come on, you fucking," and the guy just like cut his mic off.
I know we've let a bunch of cuss words fly out of our mouth, and we haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
Soul's really good at that, our singer, but there's like, instead of like fuck or shit, he'll say ass or.
Well, yeah, no, I've seen him at like the casinos, and you
Yeah.
just kind of got, or have the audience say it.
Well, it's a party crowd over there at the swap meet too, though.
Yeah.
The casinos is a lot different. Yeah, it's more people are actually watching you, but
Yes,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
we can still party. Yeah, the swap meet.
Oh, how about that fun drum set at fucking Rock and Brews? Oh my god.
Is that the one with the sneeze guard?
No, they,
Oh, the
they
electronic
upgraded.
drums.
Well, I don't know if it's an upgrade or a downgrade.
It's like a really bad drum set. It sounds really good out in the audience. They've got it dialed into where it's got a good drum sound now, though. But to play it is horrible. The cymbals, you can't clutch them. You go to grab it and it doesn't stop. Yeah, so if you have tight things, you got to do it on the hi hat instead of the cymbal.
Yeah.
I broke the bass drum head. I'm like,
That wasn't hard
wait,
to do. It already had duct tape on it when I played there before you did.
no, they put a brand new head on it.
Did they?
And it's like, they're all, oh, can you play it soft? I'm like, right. I said, no, you just, I put my bass drum in front of it just as a fake facade there.
Right.
And it looked kind of cool, but yeah, halfway through the set, after the first set, it was just a hole. But it's still making sound. But it's just a hole, and they had to take off the head.
Is it one
duct
of
tape
those
it on
sets
both
that
sides.
has like the mesh drum head or something?
Yeah, it's got a trigger on it in the middle of it. So, but I mean, it works, but it's like it's just dumb because then they have the big bands in there, and they have a big stage with a big old riser on it. They have, real drums, live sound, amps on stage, and it's like they still try to keep them quiet, and it's like, are you serious? You have a different location to have bands at then, because it's really hard to keep your volume down when you're playing in a rock band unless you have like a controlled sound, like a set that's got a volume knob on it.
Yeah, most drums don't work that way.
No, and I don't. I you deal with it when you have to, but I can't stand playing on electric kits.
I mean, there's certain styles where I've seen drummers that can play soft, and that, to me, it's a talent all in itself that I cannot do.
Nah, I can't either.
Like, there's this one band my friend keeps playing. It's just like this really mellow three-piece, just guitar and bass and drums. The drummer, his drumstick never comes this far off the snare drum, and he's tight too. And it's so funny, like watching him play because he doesn't move. He's just sitting there, just playing this tight little beat, and it's like super simple, but the way he does it, it's executed perfectly. But it's just so funny. It's like, hit it harder, harder.
Oh yeah, drummers.
Harder.
Right.
I can't stand drummers that hit soft. It just drives me nuts. When
I
they
guess if it's
barely
mic'd.
hit it. If they're doing like a soft style, yeah. But if they're playing metal or something
Oh, yeah.
that should be played hard,
Oh, what about when they do blast beats really soft and they just mic it up really loud? It's like, come on.
yeah,
Yeah, you got to get into it.
they're not doing power rolls.
Drummers
they're
that don't
doing-
sweat.
Yeah,
Or don't buy new sticks. Or never buy one set of cymbals that lasts a lifetime. Not breaking anything. I guess it's a cheap way to go. So
I'm
is there
actually
is
good
there
on
such
my
a thing?
cymbals.
Well, it's more time for me to play soft. Like when the Oroville gig that I was just mentioning a little bit ago, they're really like strict about the volume there. It's like they should have an electric kit there at that one because we play in the not the big room, but the there's a bar in the corner and they put you up above the bar, kind of like how the Paula show is.
Yeah, I like that now.
And
the,
it's kind of a small stage, which you should have probably one of those breakbeat kits anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of why I bought that.
Yeah.
for that gig, but it took me a while to get used to the Paula, the V drums. I hated it at first, but I did get used to it. It's kind of good to play like that when it's in a regular rotation because it sucks when you mess up or someone else messes up. It's blatant in your headphones, but
yeah.
it's a good it's kind of like recording though. It's you got to be on your shit.
Yeah, but when you're standing, when you're watching, you can hear your stick hits on
Flap, flap, flap,
yeah,
flap,
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 flap, flap, flap, flap.
louder than the drums are actually being presented.
Especially me. If you see me play at Paula, I play him like a regular kid. I'm like,
He plays hard. He plays hard like me, like the Bonham style. So
Yeah.
it's that.
I'm the same way. It's just playing soft just doesn't make any sense. Completely illogical. People should just stop doing it.
You don't want it soft.
We need to be loud.
Don't want a softie.
That's why we have loud amplifiers for the guitars and bass, so that way you can hear them over the drums.
right.
Yep. So I can't see who's chiming in. I'm just messing with this. I can't see who. So who else is chiming in?
Kit just chimed in, and a friend of
Nice.
mine, Erica. Hey.
Is Tiff in
And
yet?
then, I don't know.
Oh, she's probably
my friend
online.
Marco's on here, and we got Deborah and Jason, and Bobby.
Let's see. I don't know how to look and see if I can see anybody that's on there. How the hell do
Yeah,
I do that?
on mine it might actually only be showing certain friends that are like friends of mine that are also friends of yours too. Because I know when Zig's on his Facebook Live, it doesn't show me all the comments that are coming through when I'm watching them.
Yeah, well, on this app, it's like you got to concentrate on the video portion of it so you can zoom in and do all that. I can't see all the comments. Every now and then, oh, okay, there's one. But see, I just see it and it goes away.
LM McGee gave the horns.
Yeah. So, don't know if Tiff's chimed in yet. We haven't given her the ding dong yet.
Maybe that's
Supposed
what
to
we
give her
need
the
to do to
Twinkie,
call her
bro.
into place.
No, the ding dong.
There you go.
I'm sure she's listening.
Yep. They could be on the YouTube one too. Let me switch back over here.
I like the way your guys' page is set up. It's pretty cool. I like your flair.
Oh, which one?
Their Mr. Crowley page.
Oh, yeah. No, that was, I believe, Chris, the keyboardist, that did that.
It's really cool.
He did a
looking.
great job.
I like the font.
Yeah.
New Mr. Crowley official
Who's
gear.
that? John Jarrett? Take a shot.
So
We already did.
we are playing the
We
Buccaneer
can always do
Days.
another.
Yeah, promote your shit. By
So
all
this
means.
weekend we're in Catalina. There's an actual.
Nice.
Well, I found out there's an actual Catalina fucking wine mixer, and I guess that's before the Buccaneer Days. But we're playing there this weekend.
So you got to go on the boat to bring your shit there, or do they
No,
have a
they're
backline?
backlining everything.
Nice.
But we got to be in San Pedro by 6 a.m. Saturday morning, and then we get shipped out. Play there, and we get to spend the night over there. I don't know. The arrangements kept changing at the last minute, whatever. So I think they finally got nailed it down. Do.
Nice.
But I heard about it. A couple of my patrons at the bar have been to it, and they said it's really fun. There's dirty pirate hookers, and it's a good reason to go out and dress like a pirate and party and get drunk.
And where's that at?
Catalina.
Catalina. I mean,
Nice.
like
It's not. I was talking to my singer about this. He said it's not the same in the main, where everybody docks, where the main ships come in, like the whatever cruises come in. But it's on another dock part that I haven't been to yet.
so
On
it's
another
just a
part of the
dock.
island.
It's not a bar. Or,
I think there's a scene. We'd have to double check.
and what date is it?
We're playing this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Cool.
I believe it's Saturday. Yes.
All right. Well, John says
Or
cheers.
Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. I think it's Saturday.
That's like
Oh,
me.
no.
It's like I gotta look. Well, you guys play you play more than we do. I mean, you guys are all over the place.
That's why I can't remember.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's
Played too goddamn much. But yeah, it's we're excited about it. No one's the other two members haven't been over to Catalina yet. So I was telling about my little story with Nick Vega. Hope you're listening. But you guys been to Catalina? Did you ever ride
I've
the
been
golf
to-
carts around?
I've been there.
That's pretty much the first thing you do. You hit the main bar, like say you go on the Carnival cruise, which is what we went on, and we did it was a Catalina and Ensenada 3-day thing. So we arrived there, and we immediately, me and my buddy, go to the store and we get a Bacardi rum and put in our water bottles, and then go rent golf carts, and we're driving all over the place, and we're just smashed and driving through people's yards eventually. And I got a really good picture of on a disposable camera. It was that long ago.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Of a good projectile vomit, and it like goes way out to here, like 2 feet.
Wow.
in someone's driveway that wasn't even home. They had a hose, and we just used it and cleaned everything off and just took off.
Well, at
But,
least you cleaned it for him.
that was my last time at Catalina. All right.
Nice. It's been a long time since I've been to Catalina, so
Yeah, we went.
I'd like to go again.
I think last year Zig
Yeah,
brought
you,
me and a few
yeah,
friends.
you guys had like a little bromance thing out there. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
it was like
Like
four or five of us
four
guys.
or five guys. I'm like, he's all, yeah, you want to go? And I'm like, with 5 guys.
Yeah, we were in this little like hotel place, and there's like these teenage girls that were over next to us, and we're all having old guy talking. Everybody was talking about anal sex, and somebody left a note on our door. Please don't wake us up talking about stuff like that. And everybody thought it was the 2 lesbians that were across from us. I was like, I don't think it was them. They seem really cool.
Must have some deep voices.
I said, I think it was the kids. Because, like, really, who wants to hear about shit dick?
That's
Especially
jail
at like
time,
8 in
bro.
the morning.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's just gross.
Yep, y'all. Well, ding
Cheers.
dong.
Cheers. Cheers, Zig.
To Zig.
Thanks for having me on today.
No problem. No, it's drunk clinic, so I mean we've been through how many other drummers? I mean I haven't heard from PJ or any of that.
Jason says supposedly the backside of the island
Yeah,
somewhere.
I saw that.
Yeah. The dark side.
Dark
That's where they put us. They know about us.
And Kit wants to know if this is the Naked Drum Circle show.
Well, we got 2
Maybe
hours.
when we have some women here. I don't think I want to get naked with these 2 guys.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, but we should do a Naked Drum Circle show.
A naked drum circle. So you do
Blackjack and hookers.
So you do the ones that are out in Venice sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been to one out there a couple of years ago, and it was interesting. But as soon as dusk hits, they're like, cops are out there. Okay, shut it down.
They stopped doing that.
Did they?
Yeah, last year, sometime around April, the cops actually ran somebody over again by accident.
Wait a minute.
So somebody-
how do you run some over once and not get just like banned from driving on that beach?
Well, now they're banned from driving on the beach.
Like, isn't that what
they broke
bike?
up the drum circle like once since then.
Isn't that like
What, with the car?
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
came out on the beach. And
Well, I was hoping
broke up.
I would hope it wouldn't be the bicycle fucking cops.
But since then,
their little
they've
gay
been
bike
basically
shorts.
hands off, and they've been leaving everybody alone. And it's funny because it actually ends earlier than it used to. Because every time the cops would break it up, we just want to play longer. So now
Yeah.
that they don't, we're usually taking off around like 9 or 10. I mean, I always want to go get tacos.
Well, it's right by the freak show there too.
Yeah, the freak show's
Freak
gone.
show's fun. Oh, is it?
Yeah, Snapchat bought out the building.
That was fun.
And it's boarded up right now. And
Oh,
that's been
damn.
over a year too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been there in a couple of years.
That's why like, everybody hates Snapchat now because they're a bunch of douchebags. They're trying to like buy up all of Venice Beach, just for the property value, so the property can go up and then they can rent it at higher rates.
Why is Snapchat buying it?
I don't know. I thought they were going to use it for like an office building because they're based out of Venice or they have offices in Venice.
I don't know.
I don't know. Snapchat's gay.
Yeah.
I don't have Snapchat, so yeah, it's gay.
I have one, but I never fucking go on it. Just like I never go on.
All that's for is those stupid filters.
I never go on
chicks, dude.
Instagram.
Yeah.
I never go on
Chicks and kids.
Yeah, it's a girl thing. They do it for the filters, and they think you can see like the ugliest
Ooh,
girl
bunny
could
rabbit
be
ears.
made pretty
Don't
with
get me
those
wrong.
fucking
I love
filters.
seeing Snapchats with the.
Yeah, but
someone
it's
else's
it's
phone.
deceiving.
It's just chicks dancing around and at
Yeah.
a club somewhere. Look where I'm at.
Oh yeah.
And good thing it got erased because yeah.
Oh, those clubs. Anywho,
Yeah, Frankie says hi, L.A.
Frankie who?
Ravenscroft.
Oh yeah, Frankie. What's up, brother? I was.
That's a cool ass name.
Well, he was the creator of Ravenscroft, the band, and I don't know what happened, why he's not in the band anymore. He never told me what happened, but they, parted ways. But he's a phenomenal guitar player. I played with him in a band called help me out, Frankie.
Ravenscroft?
No, no, he changed the name.
It's not called Help Me Out, Frankie. That's a cool
Help
band
me
name.
out, help me out, Frankie.
Help me, Frankie.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me out, Frankie. You know.
Smoking Bones.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember you talking about them.
Yeah, we wrote a bunch of songs together, and it's actually the bassist Orion. He's filled in for Mr. Crowley. The last time we did Swabbies, he filled in a few other shows. Amazing bassist, amazing guitar player, great guys to work with. It's so hard to have other projects when you're in a tribute band. It's just, you have no fucking time. That and owning a business and trying to run it, it's like, good luck.
Yeah.
So now, and having having the house and all that stuff to take care of and the drive, so it's like, yeah.
So how is that? How you like the area now?
I love it.
How long have you guys been there? A week or two?
It's a couple weeks now, and it's been great. I met one of the neighbors right next door. He has a big dog, a Mastiff.
Oh, nice. Those dogs are
That's
cool.
a big dog.
And they're like hardly ever there, but the dog is always there, and he used to bark at me all the time until I met him, and then he was
Did you tell him bark at the moon instead?
bark. No, no, but he tried to hump my leg.
What?
Big
He tried to
ass
hump your
dog.
elbow?
He tried
Those
to,
are big dogs.
Yeah, no, he's like, because he's a pup. He's like 6 or 7 months old, so
Oh, cute.
he's in that, but he's big as shit, and he just has a woof, that big deep bark that's like sounds deadly, but he's just a big baby. Neighbors are cool, so far so good.
Cool. Do you have band practice there?
No, I don't want to push that. I think I'm gonna
55 and older city, dude.
Yeah,
You probably kill people.
No,
Have
it's-
band practice there.
I haven't seen a lot of elderly people. It's been, people probably close to my age, or, similar. But I'd probably get a electronic kit just to jam in there.
Is it a condo or is it a house?
It's a house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
you'd be fine.
No, it's
They're more soundproof than you'd think. Like mine, when I play drums inside, you can hear it outside, but like once you start walking away from the house a little bit, like 100 feet, you can't really hear anything.
Yeah.
Or that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Ours is pretty.
I'm sure my neighbors don't like me that much, but I'm not in a regular band, so we don't have regular band practice.
Well, you're out in what city?
Riverside.
Riverside. Okay.
Yeah, actually like Rubidoux or Harupa Valley. They keep changing the name.
Rubiducks.
Yeah, Rubidux.
Rubiducks.
It used to be like Dispensary Central, and then they fucking shut them all down. I'm like, oh.
That's what happened in Elsinore too. There's like dispensaries every like 5 feet. Then
It's
1 week they all got
legal
shut
now,
down.
people.
I don't
What
know.
the fuck?
I don't even smoke, so I don't know.
I know, but it's legal. What's
You
wrong
want
with
to?
it?
No.
There's like no data to show that there's
all-
any
Look at my
crime
truck.
increases
All
around
that
them.
does is put me to sleep. It just
Yep.
puts me to sleep, and it's like
No,
I
that's-
sleep. I am like a narcoleptic. I can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. So it's like
Well, we know you're not good at driving long distances, so I believe that.
no. So yeah,
I think you just
it's-
fall asleep randomly anyway.
Yeah,
I get that way when I'm driving long distance. I'll get really tired. But like for me, sometimes smoking doesn't. It's not like a stimulant, but it just like I stay awake with it.
If it was something where I wanted to just plan on going to sleep and just have a hit and go to sleep, yeah, maybe. But it's like,
CBD is good for that. Like just CBD oil or something.
well, they have CBD oil. It doesn't even have the,
yeah, there's no THC,
The
so you
THC
won't
in
get
it,
high
yeah.
from it. It just like calms your
yeah.
body
Who's,
down.
who was that guy that we had on that had the oils that he was selling and stuff?
Fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah, he was telling us all the benefits.
Must have been good.
It was Terp House.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had their own show for a little bit.
Yeah, that was it seemed like some good shit because I mean it has a lot of benefits to it, but I just for smoking it though, no, I have no interest in that. I'd just be a vegetable.
Well, they can't all be winners.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean it affects everybody differently.
It does. And then
That's
there's
true.
different kinds, like you're talking about. Some of
Exactly.
them gets you up and going, that some of them just make you into a zombie.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, the last time I ever even attempted it was at one of the parties at the ex's house, and her dad had these cookies,
Oh shit!
Well, that
And-
explains it.
But he had two different sizes. He had like these big ones and these little ones.
The thing with
Doesn't
edibles is
matter.
once you've had too much, you're in for a
But I figured-
long ride.
Yeah, but I figured the little ones aren't going to be, as potent as the big one. No, so I ate half of it, and that was already
That's way
was
too
smart.
much.
I was already pretty fucked up.
That's already way too much.
And no, but an hour and a half later, nothing even happened. So I'm like, shit. So I ate the rest of it.
And then it hits you.
Then about 30 minutes later, I was just done. I was like, oh my God. I'd stop drinking because if I drink too much and smoke, I'll get sick.
Well, back then, when you were at the ice around that time, the edibles weren't as regulated as they are now.
Yeah.
So when someone gives you weed cookies, they're either like a small percent THC or a very large amount. And if most
not
of those
any in
people are your
between, is
friends.
there?
Hey, try these. I just made them. They hand you a Ziploc bag with some sweaty cookies in it. I've had a bunch of those. Oh man,
No, these were actually, they tasted
just
good.
do a quarter of that one. You know,
Hey, we
yeah.
got Chuck
I just
watching
threw
too. Hey, Chuck.
which Chuck? Which Chuck?
Chuck Lawyer from Zig's band.
Hey, what's up?
Let's go, Chuck.
Chuck the fuck?
Do you know if it's Chuck Henry or not?
No, oh no. I don't know if he's watching.
I know a lot of Chucks.
I haven't seen Chuck. I saw him maybe, 6 months or something ago.
He came out to the Rock and Brew show.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Actually, last time I saw Chuck, we went and saw a Foreigner and White Snake at the Five Points Amphitheater. Was it a couple months ago? Maybe?
Oh, okay.
And that was an excellent show. Dude,
Oh, we
they had
s-
Tommy Aldridge.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
We saw him
We were
out
talking
at-
about that
Damn,
last
he's
show.
still alive. He
Yeah,
looked like a
yeah,
skeleton in the
brought-
80s.
He looked like a skeleton with an afro.
Yeah.
He looks like like
But
a
he-
skinny microphone.
Actually, he looked that way in the 70s too.
But he was on point though, man. He was still doing
Yeah.
the stick twirls and just, his head goes back here and his afro's like over here still.
Yeah. Yeah, he.
So-
We saw them. Our friends Danny and Holly like surprised us. It was like me and Tiff's like birthday weekend. We went out to Vegas, and our friends Danny and Holly got a timeshare thing out in Vegas, and we went out there and went around, and they go, "Okay, we're going out tonight. I'm not going to tell you where." And they went out, and it was Whitesnake playing. So I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
hell yeah! So we got to see that, and
I think they had Doug Aldrich too when I saw him.
they did, yeah. They
Yeah, I
did.
think it was Tommy Aldridge and Doug Aldrich.
Yeah, it was the tall guy, the tall blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, really tall. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
they were
noticing
all
that about
really
the band.
good.
They're really tall.
yeah, they were really good though. I mean, I was like, the singer, he was doing a lot of stuff okay, but then towards the end, you could tell he was hurting. He's a little,
Well, it's probably his real voice.
yeah,
Oh, baby.
yeah.
Oh shit! I saw Van Halen just about 5 years ago when they were doing another reunion tour
Oh,
with David Lee Roth. His voice sounded like his
Boise,
throat was
Boise,
just gonna
bro.
like jump out of his neck and walk away. It was like popping and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, ow, that sounds so painful.
The studio can do
I want to
miracles.
go gargle.
Yeah, the studio can do miracles for all those
Backing tracks,
older musicians that are trying to
Auto-tune.
still do it. Like Don Dawkin. Oh my God. I met
haven't
him
seen
at
him in a while.
one of the Ultimate Jam nights, and he was going on stage. He's a cool guy. He just sat there and had a beer with me and chatted and bullshitted. And he goes, "Yeah, I gotta go on stage and sing." I said, "Cool, man. Good luck." He gets on stage and he starts singing one. I forget what fucking song it was. One of their biggest hits, or whatever. And then
At least
I'm
his
like-
voice wasn't like
I'm like-
raspy, kind of.
no, it was really like he was hurting. Like he
Oh.
could not hit the notes. And I'm like, once you get to that point,
It's like driving a car with 300,000 miles on it. It's
like-
it's not gonna.
know when to retire and
not gonna
just
work.
say, look, okay. But I don't know. Album sales aren't what they used to, so they got to rely on whatever. I guess if they spent all their money back in the day,
The singer's got it rough though, man.
yeah.
Even I read the. Have you guys ever read? I don't know how into Led Zeppelin you guys are. Maybe you.
Yeah.
Hammer of the Gods, the documentary, or whatever, or the autobiography,
haven't.
whatever. Anyway, it's an excellent book. It's I think the most popular book. But anyway, it definitely documents how Robert Plant's voice drastically changes, like within 2 years, and then he got in that car accident, and then that changed after that. So everything from like, what is it, Zeppelin 1 through 4, and then Physical Graffiti. There's a really big like difference, and then yeah, they had that start speeding up tape and
I always
this and
thought
to
that
get
just
the pitches. But that's like, man, that's
oh,
murder
they
on your
sped up the
throat.
tapes to get the pitch high.
Well, I think they
Nice.
definitely did it on I forget what song it was, man. I'm drawing a blank, but it's definitely apparent. It's like really high up there.
Geddy Lee's kind of like that too. If you ever hear like newer Rush when they play live, like he still does it, but like not with that same level of emphasis.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I-
just like you can't
Well, shit, how
duplicate
old is
that.
Geddy Lee now, though? It's
He's probably in his 60s or
Oh, he's got to be
something.
older than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they've been doing it since the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, that's what got me playing drums was,
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer. I mean, I heard that song and I was like, that was it. I started playing on boxes with those old curtain hanger rods that you pull out of old curtain hangers back in the day.
I had chopsticks and oatmeal
Yeah.
boxes of Folgers coffee cans.
I think my drum song was God of Thunder by Kiss. The one with Peter Chris's drum solo. And he wasn't even like that great of a drummer, but I loved that.
Yeah, but I just, you hear a certain drummer and that's what gets your thing. Like, there's so many great drummers now. It's like crazy. I can't even keep up. It's
Now I
just-
want to cue up that song.
By the time I heard, it was funny. Everyone's like, "Oh, Neil Peart, whatever." When you're growing up,
Yeah.
But in sixth grade, my friend Greg Rowley came out, and he moved back. He moved out here from Ohio, and we went to grade school together. And he's like, "Dude, have you heard this? Have you heard Rush? Blah blah blah." And I had in school band. I just had the practice pad, the Remo, the
Yep.
gray one,
Oh,
the
yeah.
really dry sound one. Really poor. I had drumsticks and a practice pad, and he's like, "Dude, check this out. You put on 2112."
No, that was my favorite.
Way before
Yeah.
times. I was like,
That's-
whoa, that got me into.
Yeah, that's like. I can't listen to the newer Rush. It's just. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But the
What
2112
about
is,
the 80s Rush where they had like the token rapper?
No, I don't like that. No, but 2112. I saw when I saw them live. They did that whole entire album, and
Nice.
that was it.
That was the thing in the 80s where every rock band like had to put in one rap verse into their song. It was the lamest thing ever. It's just like, what are you doing this for? Like, pick one or the other, or like merge the two. Don't just go into a
It
different
wasn't their
verse.
idea.
Yeah.
It was the guys behind the scenes. That was their idea.
Producers.
Hey, we should do this.
Yeah, well, Aerosmith and Run DMC did this.
Yeah, that was cool.
And why don't you want to
Was
appeal to
it-
the younger generation?
Anthrax, they did it right.
And that was a
Yeah.
legit one.
But still, Limp Bizkit invented rap rock, right? Not Anthrax.
No.
Actually, there was older ones before Anthrax too.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even like the term rap rock, but Rage Against the Machine was the first legit, like full on kind of rap beat,
I never
rap
thought of them
rhythm
as kind of
vocals.
rap rock, but it was
And that was
kind of that style
92.
vocals.
That was 92 when their first
Yeah,
album
they're-
came out.
they're
They're the
dr-
legitimate one.
And they had that good funk drumming to it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I loved.
I love Brad Wilk.
Yeah.
Love
The
it.
guitar playing
That
was
guy's
just like
amazing.
really creative too.
Oh, Tom
just
Morello's
like
awesome.
using it as noises.
He's a
and
cool guy
stuff.
too. I met him out at the winery. God, Randy Rhodes' sister and brother. They have a winery out in the valley, and they have
Really?
every year on his birthday they have a jam, and
What?
I
Cool.
got me and Dave, the singer from my band, got to asked to come out there and play a couple songs. So I got to play. I got to meet Tom Morello and a bunch of other musicians that are really cool.
Oh yeah.
I got to play a couple songs with God, what's it? The guitar player from Machine Head.
Oh, God dang it.
Not the singer, but the I can't think of his goddamn name.
Oh, I love that band, but I don't know his name.
Dude, Machine Head's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
the guy was cool as shit too.
Not Rob, but the other guy, their lead
No,
guitar player.
yeah, their new lead guitar player. That guy's amazing.
Dude, their drummer's sick too, dude.
Yeah. Oh, the drummer's
He
amazing.
has
The
an
whole
awesome
band
kit
is.
too. We played with them when I was in Mower. We played with them on the Mayhem Festival.
Nice.
On the Jaeger stage, and they headlined that one when I think it was Slipknot and Disturbed played that year, and we got to go side stage to see them. And yeah, his drum kit's
That's
awesome.
a weird combination.
It was
Slipknot and Disturbed.
all right. Quick, super little
That's-
story.
It's like let's watch this of Slipknot and then
so,
Disturbed.
I was thinking the same thing, and then obviously this was at Coors Amphitheater, or the original Coors Amphitheater. Was it Sleep Train, whatever? And it might have been something else when I was in. This was about 9-10 years ago. Slipknot played first, and then Disturbed. So obviously they're getting a lot of flack, from the younger crowd. Everyone's got the Slipknot shirts, and yeah, it's a weird combination, you would think, and but I had. This is when I got I had respect for Disturbed. I was right there in the front, and some asshole was throwing ice at Dave Draymond, the singer, like ice cubes out of his cup. Some knucklehead, and he was about probably 10, 15 people from me, like behind me or whatever, and he was just lobbing ice cubes at him. And Dave stopped the whole show. This was the coolest shit. He's like, "Hey, you know what? We get it. You know, I want you guys all know something. We're proud to be here." And there's dude, it was like Mastodon, a bunch of metal bands. Like I said,
cool.
we were there with, it was like an all day thing.
So they were
it
like
was
the
like
pop band on the lineup.
It was
basically.
there was like 15 bands there. It was a bunch of metal bands and Disturbed, right? And Disturbed, Slipknot and Disturbed were switching headlining the spots every other show or whatever. Anyway, this guy was throwing ice cubes at Dave Draymond, and Dave right in front. He's like maybe 15 feet in front of me, and he just stops the show. He's right over me. He's like, "You know what? We're here, and we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you being on tour, and Slipknot's our brothers. We love those guys, and we know we're most of the crowd's here to see them, and blah blah blah. And they're excellent. And but I want to say one thing: this asshole over here is throwing ice cubes at me, and someone beat his fucking ass. Because if not, I'm gonna get down there and beat it for him." And then that guy disappeared quick. But then Disturbed, I will say, Disturbed won over everybody. And then the rest of the show was just 100%. Like, everyone gave them respect after that.
They're tired.
I was
They're
like,
just kind of like,
hell yeah, dude. That was awesome.
I like the music. It's just the weird vocal shit that he does. I'm not into it.
it's more poppy too. Like it's a little bit of a different style. But then again, Slipknot's really gone in that direction. So
it was a kind of a weird mix when you think about it, but it was
actually it's good to mix it up that way too.
Yeah.
But we have a question. Do you play any Poison songs? No.
Who said that? It's got to be a
Who are
smart
they
ass.
talking to?
Pat
Any of
Gately?
us?
Pat who?
Gately?
Oh, Pat. Pat. Okay, Pat's a buddy of mine. He's I see him at the breweries all the time. This guy tours with everybody. He toured with he sets up stages for Korn, everything. By the way, Pat fucker, you didn't take me. You took fucking Drew to Korn backstage, VIP fucker. Really? Come on, I would have driven your ass.
You should have played some Poison.
No, he's just fucking with us. He's just giving us shit.
Well, nobody would actually say that and mean it.
No, Pat has been like a stage manager for like his whole life, and the guy is just he knows everybody, and he's a really cool guy. And I'm surprised you listen. You must be bored at home, brother.
He really wants Poison.
But Poison, no, we don't do any Poison. Sorry. Nah.
We drink Poison, but we don't play Poison.
Right.
Disturbed is like the Poison of the 2000s.
I don't know.
No, they're not even that bad.
No, they're not that
I
entertaining.
rag on Disturbed a lot, but they're not that bad.
I like Ricky Rocket playing drums though over.
Oh God.
Who is Disturbed's drummer? He's actually really good. I forget his name.
The whole band is really good, but I don't know.
But Drum Circle was their drummer's shit. This shit, he's awesome. I like his beats.
I'm sure
They're
Pat
awesome.
knows. Pat knows like everybody. It's crazy.
There's another band I just found on random on YouTube once. I think it was like Baby Metal, and their band was really
Baby,
good.
what the
But
fuck?
do not ever look it up.
That does
Just
not sound
don't.
like anything I ever want to fucking
Thanks
hear.
for warning
was
us.
It's got to be Asian.
I'm gonna look it up as
But
soon as
the
I get home.
band was good, so
Oh,
you
isn't
can't
it?
necessarily
Yeah,
use
no.
that as an excuse.
You brought this up. You brought it up before. It's an Asian girl, right?
It's like 3 of them or something.
No, we looked it up. That's horrible. No,
I'm
thanks.
definitely looking up Asian girls. Hell yeah!
Just keep it on mute.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What can I get for $10?
They sound like. "Ooh."
Yeah, it was bad.
I just
Kind
shared
of a mix of styles. Like you hear the band playing, and it's just tight, kind of like not really heavy, but just heavy enough. Just a good rock beat going. But then as soon as the singers come in, everything is lost.
Well, how heavy can they get? Like it's.
Yeah, I mean
know.
it's like radio rock heavy. Like no blast beats, nothing thrash, just like a good like 4 on the floor beat.
Right.
Do, do, do.
I'm always into that.
That's really good in concerts and shit like that. Like people get into like just the basic beats.
When I was when we were talking about the cardboard box kits and the learning drums with chopsticks and stuff, my mom would set me up. She was a bass player. She was a child musician too.
Oh, cool.
So I grew up. I was an only child, so I grew up as a child musician. Anyway, she would turn on KLOS back in the '80s, back when it was awesome, super
nice.
awesome, and we have all the bumper stickers and stuff. She would just literally blare it out of the quadraphonic system out of the trailer, and set me up on the porch. She'd have her record cover with the foil on it, and be out tanning in the freaking lounge chair on the dirt in Lake Elsinore, the big old jar of iced tea that she made. And then she just set me up with the coffee can things. But she said I got a pretty young start, I guess, playing drums, and she said I was playing along to the Police at a really young age, and then
Yeah, we
Pat
like every drum
Travers,
clinic we
when
always
they used
talk
to play
about
that
Stuart
stuff.
Copeland. Like he's really good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So backwards, it's awesome. The white guy.
I was always like, why can't he play for a heavier band? Like his style would be so good in some metal. But it was good for Police too.
It was. No, it was. I got a good classic rock upbringing when I was really young. I'm really glad to have that because a lot of the way I play is off of. I appreciate it, and it's like the more I listen to it, it's like I've already, we've all heard the classic rock stuff a billion times,
Yep.
Led Zeppelin or whatever, but there's something new in there still.
You still
when
got
you turn
Africa stuck in your
20,
head?
20, no.
Now
Oh
you
God,
do.
why you got to bring that up? I was trying to get it out of my head. Anyway, like when you're in your 20s, like, all right, you understand it a certain way. Then when you're 30, you're like, oh, I have more appreciation for it. Oh, shut up. Man. Okay, so I come in here humming that before the show. Dick.
I thought you were just messing with Scott because Scott loves Toto so much.
I had no idea. No, that was the song. Oh, Scott, you too?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Naomi, for coming over and partying with us last night and putting on freaking Toto in the middle. We were playing like Puya and freaking metal and stuff. Oh, let me play
I
a song.
love Puya.
Do. I'm like, no.
Actually, I do like the drum work of that song. It's just like the keyboards.
That's Jeff Carroll, right?
Yeah. But why,
have his instructional
why were
video.
80s keyboards so awful? Just to like all these songs.
Because they were making them back then.
Oh.
Hey, try this.
But
Let's
like
try
they
these
could
big
make
sounds.
them noisier and stuff. They just like they didn't do the bassy sounds with them until like the 90s, and they were experimenting.
Well,
doing,
that's
like,
when the nerds
trip-hop and shit.
That's when the nerds were engineering and in charge. Like,
Hey, let's try this. Mini migs and keyboards and
Yeah, they went back to doing the old analog synths in the 90s, and now it's like if you want an analog one, that's top dollar. But like everybody was moving away from all the analog stuff. That was old 70s shit. You had all these patch chords going, like that. What was the band? Toto. That was one of the ones that did that. They had like the analog stuff and
Right.
everything.
yeah, you can see them plugging in stuff while they're playing, like a freaking old school operator.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
Well, speaking of which, Roy Mayorga, hey, they're going on tour with Stone Sour's on tour with the Ozzy right now. And
nice.
me and Jason are going to go see him pretty soon. Anyway, he was a big influence on me, so I got to bring his name up. Roy Mayorga,
Cool.
props. Totally changed my life. Totally changed my drumming style. I went on tour with him a lot, and he wasn't too big to hang out with my scrawny dumbass. And no, he's an incredible drummer, and he really paved the way for me. Anyway, he's really into he's into doing soundtracks and stuff, and he's really into the Moog stuff, and he's doing all that. He's buying up, I see some of his posts. And he buys up old school synthesizers and such, and he's doing the plug-in thing, and yeah, it's coming back. I see a lot of posts actually on that.
I was looking into
old
buying
Moog
one of
stuff.
those theremin kits once. It's a synthesizer that has the antenna on it. Jimmy Page
Yeah,
used to have one.
yeah.
I was like, what if you just put those all over the drum set so your drumsticks would like hit them just like for moving around. But I'd like want them to like pitch shift them down to like do the bass because they're always so high. Like people play them like violins or something, like really high pitched stuff. But you could do some fun stuff with that.
Yeah, put whatever. I'm in. That's actually a good idea. If it worked.
Yep. If it didn't, it would just sound like a bunch of noise. And for me, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Scott's checking his watch. It's like, oh, can I have another tequila shot?
Yeah, this will probably be my last one.
Come on, man.
I got to drive.
Yeah.
So do I. No, we're a bunch of drummers. No, you're hanging out with Tato Tornado. You're gonna have a drinking problem today. And yeah, you too. The JJ's gonna be for drink.
If I drink, drink.
Can I get a little drink?
Yeah,
Hey Jason, get a little bump.
he's
Drink.
he's more cautious when he's riding his bike though,
True.
which I get.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty of jokes with me riding drunk on a bicycle.
Oh, don't do that on Ontario. They pull over bicycles. I've seen it several times.
Well, when you're falling off of them, I would too.
Yeah.
That's how they would catch me. I would just be in the gutter already on my fucking head.
In Ontario? When were you on Ontario?
No, I
he
was
talking
saying
about something
Ontario.
Oh, okay.
But so I stole my roommate Jason's bike once. They took the keys from me at the bar I work at. I was drinking, and good for them. Took the keys from me. Went up Ubering home, and then I was bored at home, and I was super drunk. I was like, I want to go back. I want to get my truck. So I took his bike, and I had these really long cholo shorts on or whatever, like some swap meet ass shorts. And dude, I haven't been on a bike since I got my driver's
flip-flops?
license when I was like 19. I have not been on a bicycle since, honestly.
Oh,
and I don't have the best sense of balance anyway, even if I'm sober. But no, I was hammered, and I'm like, oh, I live a mile up the street. You know, how far? You know, how long could it take to get down to the pit stop? But it should be all downhill. So I'm trying to ride down Bradley. I'm just like this. I'm up on the sidewalk, and I see a cop car coming. And I was trying to play it cool, and I just ran right into a sprinkler and freaking fell off the freaking bike into the mud. Not even in the gutter. And the plants, I guess, just got watered.
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
dude, there's all kinds of mud all over his tires. The cop didn't see it. He already passed me.
You got lucky.
And so
ducked out
I
of his
ran
way.
down to the bar. Dude, it took me like 45 minutes to like ride down the street to the pit stop. So
Yeah.
I'm coming up and the bar's already closed, and I see the bouncers on the patio kind of sweeping up the stuff and blah blah. I'm like, oh no, I got a ninja in here. They're not gonna let me freaking leave because I had a spare key.
Yeah.
Because they had my keys behind the bar, right? I had a spare key in my wallet. No drummer thinking. And so I do the one pedal thing. I'm like, and my truck was in the first spot in the first stall, luckily. So, dude, smooth as shit. I got off the bike on my foot, took the bike, put it into my truck bed, grabbed my key out in the same freaking motion, put in my door, unlocked it, swung open my door. The bouncer just turned around with a broom because he heard me. I'm like, later, bro.
Sweet.
Wasn't the brightest move, but the point is, yeah, I'm not good on bicycles.
Yeah.
I
I would have waited till the next day.
No, I didn't want to wait. I was that bored. I was like, damn, fuck, gotta do something. I rode a bike. I get some exercise.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right in the mud.
I was covered in mud.
Oh, my name is Mud.
Yeah, we need to be able to cue up some music from in here too.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that in here.
I like the
I got to
intro
do it
today.
from that computer over there, but I don't know if I don't see a mic set up in there, so I don't know how that works yet.
I know there is one.
We'll
there,
figure
but-
it out one day.
Yeah. We'll have to get that. We'll have to ask Bernard and get everything set up to where if this happens again, you can sit in there and queue up shit, but we got to get a camera in there too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think they have a YouTube camera in there. I don't know how it's hooked up.
I
Because
don't think
before we
so.
had
I don't
5
think so.
cameras. Right now we got 3 going.
Well, that one's not going. It's just those two.
Yeah, it's not on.
That one is on us, and that one is on Tato.
It looks pretty low resolution too. Looks like a 90s
Yeah,
little
what's going on with
webcam
that?
or something like that. Remember when it was all blocky and stuff? People are like trying to talk on it, and they're like, "Ooh." I don't know.
Look at this guy.
Hopefully,
Who's that clown?
hopefully it looks better like for other computers. Maybe it's just this Chromebook.
Hey, kids.
Yeah, that sounds like Krusty.
What was I on?
Nice.
All right. Oh shit.
So, what kind of or what shows you got coming up too?
Well, besides the Buccaneer Days this weekend, the following weekend, Paris is having a fair, and it's cool. I'll be up at a wedding up in Tahoe that weekend, and so I started Safety Orange as a sub, as like a 3rd string sub. Then I got a 2nd string, 1st string. Then I got the job. Apparently, one of the guys that plays with Safety Orange. Adam Bausch, he was one of the original drummers for Slightly Stupid. I think he's on the first 2 albums.
Cool.
And him and my singer Soul are good buddies, and they hang out. And they got him to sub the following weekend. So the 13th, 14th, I think, he'll be playing the Paris Fair with Safety Orange. So, they're excited, and it's gonna be cool. And
Oh, you're not playing with it?
No, I'll be up at a wedding. I'm in the wedding, so I can't. It's up in Tahoe. It's like a wedding trip. And originally we were told the wedding's on Friday, but we were told the fair by the promoter was going to be on Sunday that we're playing. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. Just fly me out from Reno to Ontario. I'll be able to make the fair. And wound up being a Saturday. And I was like, oh shit, I can't make that. So we had to scramble, and luckily, props to Anna Bausch. Thank you very much for covering. And I know Safety Orange is excited to have him on drums, and it's going to be a good show. So anyway, the Paris, I've never been to that one. It's, I don't know if you can look it up or whatever.
I've never been to the Paris Fair or the...
I've always been to demolition derbies and the lake. That's about it.
Sweet.
But that's going to be fun. And then, I don't know, we got the following weekend. Again, I'm the last one to know these things. Usually the fans know. They keep asking me, hey, so I hear you're at blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we stay pretty busy, like Scott said. We play pretty much every weekend. And it could be Humboldt, Oroville, Vegas, Laughlin, Mexico, San Diego, wherever. So...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get me a band.
You
Anybody
have a band?
listening? Any guitar players, bass players? This drummer's available.
So what do you play? What style? What are your influences? Let me
Mostly
ask you
metal.
a question.
Mostly metal, but a lot of punk stuff too. I love thrash. I just love doing stuff, and now I'm into a lot of Latin styles and a lot of funk. I've been into funk for a long time, so I mix it up a lot, but I just have fun.
Well, that's what we do.
And I have
We
a
have
new
fun with it.
18-inch floor tom, so now I'm just like, yeah.
A new one? A new 18?
He's got one of those...
They make those nowadays?
He's got one of those chrome kits.
Oh,
yeah,
no shit.
I have like 1980s Ludwig's kit. It started out with just a 5-piece kit, but it was like the...
Is it stainless
just the
steel over
chrome
maple,
finish?
or is it all chrome, like a true chrome kit?
No, it's maple.
Okay,
So it's
chrome,
like a chrome
over
plastic
maple?
finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then I put on a little D-drum silver sparkle 10-inch tom to add to it
Those are
a
fun.
year ago. And now I'm like,
Doing.
I've been using this old Slingerland 15-inch march and snare drum as a floor tom. So I had the 15 and the 16, but I was like,
nice.
I just want an 18. So I found Pearl makes one that has that chrome finish, so it matches the rest of the drum set.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll get that. It's cheap. It's like not one of their top lines. It's the Pearl Vision series.
Right.
But whatever wood it is, it's really bassy. So it sounds good.
Awesome.
So I love it.
Speaking of floor toms, the 18-inch, the Slingerland kit, my first kit. I have 5 kits over the years, but I used that Slingerland kit for probably about 10 years. I was touring with that kit before I even bought any kind of like modern kit, and it was all beat up. The finish was coming off, the wrap was coming off. It looked like it fell out of the back of a truck.
Yeah.
So I was like, well,
Those are the best.
but you can't beat. I love the sound of the bass drum. I had a 24 by 18-inch bass drum and 16 and 18 floor toms with the original dots on them, the Remo dots. And I don't buy
Hell yeah.
dots for anything, but for that kit, the classic drum kits, the dots did them justice. And dude, I still have those things on them. Never had to change it, but they're thunderous. There's
Nice.
nothing that compares to those old Slingerland floor toms.
When I
Those
first
6
got
and
the
18s.
kit, it had the Ludwig silver dot heads on them.
My uncle has those. He has a bunch of them.
Yeah, they got worn out pretty quick though.
Yeah, I've played those before.
And I put fiber skins on everything, so I
Really?
really like fiber skins. But
Yeah.
for the floor toms, now I'm going.
You can haul
With
out some fiber
hydraulic.
skins.
I don't keep them that tight though. I like the drums really bassy for smaller drums because they're not the deep shell ones. They're kind of like more, almost like a jazz kit or something. It's like a 12 and a 13,
Yeah, I use
sound good.
all Evans heads.
Yeah.
That goes with the SoCal.
Yeah, they make a
Thing.
calf tone head that's just like the fiber skin. I put that on. I built another set out of spare parts. I called it Frankenkit or Frankenset.
Love those.
What I did was I turned the bass drum over and I rigged up 2 double pedals together to where they both hit upward. So instead of having a snare drum in between my legs, I've got a big giant 24-inch bass drum.
What?
And then I took a 13-inch piccolo snare and put it on top. So when the snares are on, it just sounds like just pure noise because the bass drum's hitting the snares too.
Yeah, you got to see a
And
picture of this
then
thing.
I've got like another little tom, which I've made out of a 10-inch snare, and then another tom, which I made out of a 14-inch snare. And now that I got the other floor tom, I took that 15-inch snare and moved it over to Franken-Kit.
That is a serious Franken-Kit.
Yeah.
People say Franken-Kit, but no, that's a Franken-Kit right there.
Yeah,
So
it's
his
really
is-
cool. It changes how you
His
play.
is really weird looking.
Yeah.
It's got some weird, like, the way it's set up is just, it's Franken-Kit.
Yeah, but by inverting the bass drum, now I can use it as a big floor tom too, so I can play on both sides of
Right.
it. And it's just, and the hi-hat is straight ahead. I took the pedal off of it.
What the fuck?
So I have one of those little quick release things for the hand. So if I really want to control it, I have to use my hand to do it. But then I can at least have it closed or open.
I think
But I put it in the middle, so that way you can do a blast beat where you're rolling on the hi-hat, bouncing onto the snare drum with the double bass going in between. So it's just like
oh shit.
super fucking nice.
I think what was it? Terry Bozzio has the hi-hat right in the middle of his toms, right next to the snare.
That
He has
guy's
the
got-
the smallest hi-hats you can buy, but he has these ones and he has,
Probably.
and that's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
It works really well.
There's shit everywhere on that kit. It's like the only crazier kit that I've seen than his is that preacher guy that has a kit that's like the biggest kit in the
Preacher
world.
guy?
He's like a preacher at a church, and his kit is surrounding him. Like he has to walk, like huddle into it, like a tunnel.
Sweet.
And there's just
Well, that's part of his intro.
yeah, there's
like
shit-
WWF.
There's shit everywhere, and it's like
I guess if you're a preacher at a church, you don't have to worry about taking it down and putting it back up again.
I would assume
It's
not.
just there for you every Sunday.
So
Praise the Lord.
So
Yeah.
speaking of Frankenstein kits, I played Lake Alice I think last month with Little George and Aaron Marcelino, Mike Rizzuto.
Yeah.
Kind of a last minute deal. Happened to be on a Sunday, so I had the PDP 24-inch kick drum, my a 12-inch Premier Tom that I don't use with my kit. My kit that I use for Safety Orange is a Premier kit, Premier Artist Series Maple. So I used the 10, the 14. But I had this 12-inch tom I've never even drummed on. Like, it came with the kit. I
Nice.
bought it, still pristine, and it doesn't have a bunch of shots and alcohol splashed over it. And it's not
No
all
blood?
scarred up and not road worn. So I'm like, I got this gig. I'm going to grab this because I have a stoner kit as well. That's my high-end kit, and I break that out on special occasions. But I'm like, you know what?
Like the
Some of
80s
some of-
sonar?
No, it's a Sonar Delight 2002 series. I had it custom made.
Ooh,
So
nice.
it took me about 4 months to get it, but they made it in Germany. I got it from West Coast Drums
Oh,
through
sweet.
Darren, and my uncle knew he knows Joe and all that from West Coast Drums. Props to West Coast Drums in Costa Mesa, but
That's what Nico McBrain played.
yeah, dude, I love Sonars. Well, that's why I got them because of Nico and Danny Carey. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
everyone's got DW, Tama, and Pearl. The top
I didn't know
line,
Danny Carey played
but
him.
I want to drive the expensive car out and be tasty. But anyway,
that's the backline kit that they had for me at Swabby's was the sonar.
Nice.
I'm like, I forgot they had those crazy keys.
yes, the straight up.
What a fucking
Like
like,
a-
Oh, that's right. It's like a
Screwdriver
straight
key.
head
it's like a
screwdriver.
screwdriver
Yeah.
key. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
The cool
So-
thing is you can just take a screwdriver to the gigs because I've had to do that a
well,
lot.
no, they had one there. I mean, the sound guy was really good. I mean,
Or a
he-
butter knife.
oh my god,
yeah, it's still.
they hooked it up.
Anyway, the Frankenstein Kid story was I was playing Lake Alice and I took the PDP bass drum, my Premier Artist Series rack tom, and my Slingerland 16-inch floor tom. So I got a black bass drum, a maple finish rack tom, and a bright Ferrari red floor tom.
Nice.
And it kind of almost matched. But dude, on that stage at Lake Alice, you play at Lake Alice,
Nah,
dude, it's
they don't really have tribute bands out
huge,
there.
huge stage.
Really?
I haven't seen.
I
too
figured
many
like
tribute.
they would probably like
They don't-
bring in the crowd for that.
They must not pay enough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably one of the deals. But
Yeah.
Little George has been there for a long time, so they treat us well. But anyway, the point is, it's a big stage. It's a high stage.
Yeah.
Long bar, big bar. Like,
Yeah, it's a big ass place.
like if there's 100 people in there, it looks like a slow night.
Yeah.
You know, one of those bars,
Yep.
but it's right there on University and right in downtown Riverside. Anyway,
Yeah, I always
dude, my
hang out at the
kit
place right next
sounded-
door to it.
as soon as I put that kit together, I was hungover, most likely. I just woke up, barely in time to throw my shit in the back of the truck. Didn't need the cases. I got all these used drums, literally threw in the back of my truck. I was going to a yard
Yeah.
sale. All my freaking rusty hardware. I put the whole kit together, and right when I sat down and played it, it sounded like freaking Montrose, freaking Zeppelin. It's just like, and
Nice.
it was an awesome gig. It sounded great, but I just threw a bunch of drums together.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the 24-inch bass drum. They just
It's a
it's
beast.
so deep.
Definitely my favorite size.
Yeah.
I like it, but it, like I said, the tom thing, you got to have small toms on top of it, or just sit up
or
like,
mount it sideways.
No,
But then again, like the one that I
can't-
did, it's only
I can't play like that anymore, though.
what's like maybe 14 inches deep because it's an old like vintage bass drum, so it's not deep. Like nowadays, you buy one, they're going to be really really deep or really really deep. But it's probably like a 24 by 14 is my guess.
Well, who's that one drummer that always hosts the thing at the pit stop? The old guy with the big beard, the big guy,
Johnny G.
Johnny G. With
Yeah,
the
John
toms
Giglio?
that are like this.
Yeah.
He'll call me up every time, and I'm like, I don't want to play because I can't stand playing on a fucking kit.
Does he have the snare drum at 45 degrees
He
too?
has everything like this, and I'm like, dude,
Why do
can't-
people play
You
like
hit
that?
I hit the toms, and I'm trying to hit them hard, and they're going like the sticks are fucking flying back at me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Hit your head on the wall.
God damn! I'm like, you can't hit hard on those toms because they just go boom, and they sound like bung, bung,
Bung.
Bang.
bung,
Bung
hole.
hole.
Yeah. No, they sound awful. I'm like, dude, tune those fuckers or get some new heads.
Well, that's what I like about drummers, though. Like, it's if you play like his kit or Rich's kit. I played Rich's kit last night, and they have them set up different. But I don't like to move stuff around too much because it's their kit. But if some stuff's tilted more, you do wind up playing a little different. Maybe for me, it's a little jazzier. I like my shit like flat. I like to get down on them, the vertical
Get down
sweep,
on
you
it.
know. But when they have them pitched out, you kind of sit back a little bit more, and then you're like,
I can't
you-
play
you-
like that anymore. I just
it's like the feel of throwing your sticks at it is, you know, for
I can't get
it's-
the same feel. I can't get the same bounce, the same tone. Me, I listen to drums. Drums tell me how to play, what to do, what. Oh, finally, huh?
welcome to 7-Eleven. Can I help you?
Thank you. Come again.
Oh, Tiff.
Oh.
Did you just start watching?
But I love Johnny G, and I love that. He sings
He's
too.
he's a great guy.
So-
Oh, he's a singing drummer?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know how people do that.
well, me and
he looks,
Scott.
you
if
know what? He looks like Tim Allen on the Santa Claus.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
He does.
He's a nice guy. He's the nicest guy, but that's what he looks like. And he's a decent drummer for fucking playing like that. I mean,
No, I love Johnny. I've known him
He's a
for a
great
lot of
guy.
years. Excellent drummer and a singer. So I know. So Danny Martinez is the same thing. A lot of drummers that sing have their drums pitched. They sit lower, kind of play at them,
Like
because
Night
they got to
Ranger.
make room for the microphone and I think the breathing and the way we swing.
Yeah.
We couldn't sing.
Well,
to sing our lives anyway.
Oh no,
Well,
I
yeah,
can
it's
sing.
like you can have a microphone
but
stand.
I
I'm
don't-
gonna
You
headbutt
gotta
the
change.
microphone
I
or
don't
hit
do
it
it.
with my sticks.
If you're doing it like this, but like when it's straight down, it's like you want to do this, and I would knock the microphone down every time.
Yeah.
Well, me, I can't stand singing and drumming. Only thing I've done was like growling shit in the background, or some certain harmonies or whatever for like Jamfinger or a couple other bands have done.
I've heard you growl in the background. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, I've never
kidding.
ever tried to do any kind of
Alrighty
vocals
then.
on the drums.
Tito.
Oh shit! I'm not even gonna go there.
I have like mad respect for singing drummers though. It's
Yeah,
just
it's-
like it's
yes,
such
but-
a talent.
But you have to lay back. And me, I like it to be a show. Like Tato does a show on drums, and I do a
Yeah.
show
Oh, I'll
on
break that
drums.
microphone at sound check.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
The only
Yeah,
one
me too.
if you're gonna sing,
Dude,
you have
I hit
to,
him on the freaking toms, dude.
Yeah.
I hit the microphones anyway.
You have to have the Madonna mic to fucking pull it off like fucking Morgan.
Well, why don't people
That's
do
the only
that?
way. Well, it's
Like they have
to
ones that'll
me,
stay on your head. Like they wrap around the bottom of your neck. Like
yeah.
yoga people use them. If you can do yoga with it, it's not going to fall off.
Well, that's what I said. You can't like bang your head around.
Metal yoga.
You gotta,
I drink too much when I play. I would just
Yeah.
spill alcohol all over it.
well, that and it's like
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, have you ever heard of the band Lightning Bolt?
Yes,
He
I
wears
have.
one like that.
Yep.
He puts it. It has a big foam thing on it.
Oh,
and he puts it
jeez.
all the way inside of his mouth so it doesn't fall out. And then he puts the
Har, har,
mask
har.
over his head
Like,
to hold it
swallows
into
it.
his mouth.
that's I don't know,
Too
that's
much
a little
work.
strange. Yeah.
And that dude is an insane drummer. It's just like, it's not even singing what he does, but that guy's just like, if you've ever heard him, it's the weirdest style ever, but super, super talented.
I don't see how you can like play and not be winded or to where your voice, your breathing during drumming doesn't
Especially
affect
the way he
your
plays,
vocals.
because it's like, it's just straight up all the time on, like super fast, like blast beats on crack.
I don't see how the fuck you can do that. I mean, to me, it's like
Sounds like a compilation. Last beats on crack.
Blast beats on crack.
Only 1995. Check out hits by Sore Scrotum and Thunderbolt Throat Lightning.
And that band is only a two-piece. It's drums and bass. The bass player plays
what?
a little bit higher. He has a lot of effects, so it sounds more
No
like on the
guitar?
guitar end. No guitar.
That's just too weird.
Just drum and bass, but the bass sounds like a guitar.
I don't know. Well, Charlie Hunter, he's a jazz guitar player. He plays a mix of it's got like think 4 or 5 guitar strings and like 3 bass strings.
Smooth.
So he
jazz.
does with his thumb, he'll do the bass, and with his fingers, he'll
You know what? We should have a jazz festival.
no. Look up Charlie Hunter though. That guy is an amazing guitar player, jazz guitar player, and
Smooth jazz.
it's
I just love saying that.
Makes you do that voice.
Yeah.
All right, this is Smooth Jazz.
Thank you for listening to Chaotic Radio on
What
the
up,
Smooth
ladies?
Jazz Show.
This is Don Cornholio. This is Smooth Jazz.
This is the Drummers Clinic.
This is our next band,
We're going to talk about jazz.
Bill Smithers.
Smithers.
ball smothers.
That's our band right here. We'll
Ball
just do a
Smothers.
3-piece drum thing called Ball Smothers.
Oh shit!
Next try is called Mr. Burns.
They're not saying boo, sir. They're saying boo earns.
Booze hurts. Booze. It's booze hurts. Speaking of booze, I want to refill.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I'm good.
Trying to refill my 7-Eleven big
still-
gulp with some Jameson.
I still got a little of this one. I'm good.
Why be good when you can be great?
I'm already great.
Oh man, well, be greater. If that's I know that's a word, not a commonly used word, but I'm going greater
No, that's commonly used. Common
for the greater good. That's
Yes.
the only phrase.
For the greater good.
Then you know something's fucked up. I had to do it for the greater good. You're fired, but I had to replace you for the greater good.
Oh shit!
And there goes the black label. Alrighty then.
A friend of mine named their son after Jameson. Guess what his name is?
Black label society.
Jameson.
Yeah. No, I went to a customer's house today, and this guy's he's a cool guy, but oh, what the fuck? I just hit a brick wall.
Dun, dun, dun.
Must not have been a very cool guy.
That's my
No,
brick wall
no,
sound
he-
effect.
No, it was. I put a double oven in for him, and he had in his garage. You walk in his garage, and he's got his little man cave there, and he's Irish guy, obviously. You know, a firehead. What do you call him? Fucking that's
Ginger?
Ginger. That's what.
No, you say firehead.
Yeah.
Fucking ginger, man.
Yeah, it's a ginger. Okay.
It's made from grass-fed cows.
Yeah. So he.
Come here, fucking Gregor, man.
Anyway, he has.
That's very cow.
Jesus.
I think that's all they have in Ireland.
No, but all he has is
Just a
Jameson
fucking
signs,
Irish grass-fed cows, man.
and sitting on this thing, he has like 10 different flavors of fucking Jameson just sitting on his fucking bar outside. I'm like, Jesus. Wasn't that funny?
Well, I always started laughing when you installed the double Dutch oven.
No, there was no Dutch oven.
got installed shoving in his house. And he got fucking pissed, man. There's smoke house in here. It's fucking McLaughlin. It's fucking hell.
It's not Irish. It's Scottish. What the fuck?
Yes.
Wait, I thought you said he was Irish.
He's Irish.
When they drink, they
I'm
sound
Scottish.
the same, man.
Oh, same difference.
Porkies.
Anyway.
I ate fucking porkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Periwinkle Blue, man.
Cheers.
I'll finish the half
I spilled
of my last shot.
because I was laughing.
Sir, you will finish the whole goddamn thing, man.
I'll do it this time.
We'll do it every time.
See.
We're a drum talk. This is the drum clinic. Kaotic Radio. Hey, props out there again to Zig. We hope you feel better. If you're drinking with us, you'd feel a lot better.
Yep, this will make you feel better.
What is his problem? I don't know. Was he like throwing up or shitting himself or what? I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Doing shit.
He said he felt like shit. That's all I heard. And it's like, okay, well, so did I. I was like dead tired today after the fucking weekend and everything. I was like fucking, ugh.
yeah. I've never seen him like ever like not do anything like that. So it must be pretty bad.
It's gotta be.
He's probably got the flu.
Yeah, we will. In that case, we're glad he didn't come in.
Yeah, no
I don't want
shit.
the flu.
Especially like when you're talking right into the microphone.
Well, anybody's sick at this point. It's like I don't want to fucking hang out with.
It's like, ooh, who was on the show before us? It's like, did you
it's-
infect the microphone?
Yeah, it's getting to that point where we're gonna start taking fucking airborne again. It's like Jesus Christ, I don't want to get sick again. Fuck that.
Cheese and rice?
I think we have enough
Jeez.
alcohol to kill the bacteria.
Nah, that doesn't help. Believe me.
It helps me.
Flu's a virus.
I don't take Tylenol and all that shit.
Alcohol don't do shit.
Well,
to virus.
Tylenol doesn't do anything, anyways.
Exactly. Drink, burn it out.
Yeah, well,
Eat some chips and salsa, hot wing sauce. You're not sick anymore.
Yep. Just shit it out.
But your nose is running like a motherfucking faucet.
Have some beans.
yeah.
That's a fucking beans and rice.
Yep. Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice.
Oh yeah, that's how I felt on fucking.
That's a good way to get
Sunday,
stopped up.
Sunday morning.
It doesn't work that way with me.
Sunday morning, I was so dead. I was like, oh my god.
Why?
Oh, just after the drive, because we on
Oh, that's right.
Friday
You came back from the big
on
sack.
well, we left Saturday morning at 3:00 in the morning
Youch.
to go up to Sac. So it was brutal. We were just dead by the time we got there, and then we just had to suck it up and go. And I slept. That's why I said you got to drive the majority, because if I don't sleep, I'm not going to be able to play.
You had to suck it up the big sack.
Suck it up in the big sack.
Suck it up in Sacktown, bro.
Yeah.
Sack it up. Yep. Got to sack it up and sack.
Sackalicious.
But it turned out it was a good show. There was a great turnout, and it was a fun show. That's always a fun place to play.
Yep, right on the river. People just show up in boats.
Well, that and any time we play up there, like the
You got running water next to a bar.
Yeah.
It's going to be a party.
Oh yeah.
well, it's nothing but like pirate theme there too. So there's like these weird pirate fucking statues and shit everywhere, and just
Oh, I'm really excited about this weekend then.
what's that?
Buccaneer Days, Pirates, water, music.
Oh, you're the Catalina thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that should be cool.
Arg.
They should have running water at every gig and a reason to drink. Because the shows we play in Laughlin and Havasu and freaking Parker, people get fucking nuts, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Yeah, smoke 2 joints. Woo! This is like 3 o'clock. Like,
Yeah,
dude, we just got here.
yeah. Give
The
that.
gears in the van still. Yeah. Yeah, fucking taser hanging out and shit. They're floating dock. You already feel drunk when you walk on it sober. It's like, oh man,
Yeah, get
this
out.
is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Pace yourself.
wait till those dudes get.
It's
like,
1,010 degrees.
Oh fuck. It was at Fantasy Springs when we played. It was 117 degrees setting up at soundcheck.
Jesus.
So by the time it was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like dying after setting up, doing everything, and starting soundcheck, and then waiting for them to fix something or reboot something. I said, fuck it. I'm going in the pool. So I ran to the pool, jumped in the fucking pool,
Smart.
and then fucking came back. They're all, where you at? Where you at? I said, I jumped in the fucking pool. I was going to fucking pass out.
Because you had to pee because the bathrooms are further away than the fucking pool was.
No, I didn't have to pee. I just had to fuck. I was going to die. I was so dehydrated and because of the heat. Everything I drank
So
just
he was drinking the pool
evaporated as soon as it hit my body. I was like, shit, 117. I was like, fuck.
water. Yeah, it's like that shit turns you into a fucking raisin.
And
or
then you
some
get,
shit. It's
but
like,
by the time we went on, it was still 110. And it was like,
oy vey.
yeah, playing a hour and 45-minute, almost 2-hour show straight through.
It tricks you because it's so hot you want to drink more. And you're like, oh, man.
No, I had a mix.
Those
I had,
mojitos, that would be awesome.
I had a mix of bottled waters
I always get trapped.
and light beer.
When
Very light
your
beer.
friend made us those
ultras.
mojito drinks, that would be perfect for that.
No.
Because they make their own vodka. This was California Distilleries, and their vodka is so good. He made mojitos, but with vodka instead of rum, and it was
so good.
smooth as fuck.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to meet me there one time. But yeah,
We're going to do a New Year's Day ride.
Oh, down to there,
Dude,
yeah.
all three of
Yeah.
us should go. Let's do a thing. Let's plan somewhere a bunch of us can go, and maybe Zig and go blast California Distilleries.
Yeah.
Ding.
Oh, you got the card right there.
Hello.
Sweet.
And then
Bada bing, bada
here's all the
boom.
info.
There you go. Can they see it? Oh, wait, I got it right here.
Good way to promote.
Yep. Yeah, no, Bill and Billy are great guys, and they make amazing spirits. I mean, they're great guys. You got to get them in, what the fuck is it? The pit stop? The shit stop?
You might be done, bro.
No, I'm just tired.
I think
dude.
you're right.
No, I'm just tired.
He's hitting the wall. Dun, dun, dun.
No,
We
my
need to
You
get
should
a
do
wall in
another
here.
shot. You forgot we're at work already? I just saw you there freaking 2 days ago.
The shit stop.
You had lunch there. I was-
At the old studio, we literally had like the wall was painted like a brick wall.
Yeah, no, it's a thing here. That's
yeah,
what
no
it is.
means yeah.
When
no,
you-
yeah means no.
no, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I hear that
means
a lot
definitely yeah.
too. No, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
It's a thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, the brick wall is a thing here. You hit it quite often. You forget what the fuck you're. What was I saying?
You need to put it right
Oh, yeah.
there. You need to put it right there and just bash your head against it. For
Yep.
guests. I hit the brick wall.
Happens to all of us.
But we have these fancy sound panels.
Three of them. What
there's two
What
over
are those
there.
ones doing? And then these four over
But
here.
look, they pointed one this way and the other one that way.
They just try to get fancy.
Yeah. Apparently somebody got sick and didn't really put the whole wall up here.
Yeah, if you spill beer, just like grab one of them off the wall.
Yeah, there's.
I don't know how long it's been since I spilled beer against a vertical wall.
No, I mean on here.
I'm sure it's happened.
Grab one
but-
off the wall.
Hey guys,
What kind of a fool put a carpet on the wall?
shit. As far as spilling beer, I need those things on my drums, man. I got Jägermeister in my freaking kit from like when I joined Safety Orange, still on my
jeez.
freaking the rims.
Oh, nasty.
Dude, I think it's rusted from the Jaeger and the fucking cold cock
I
whiskey.
can't do yogurt or yogurt.
I have-
Jaeger anymore.
I have blood from blood
Jaeger
blisters
is
that have
just
popped while I'm playing.
syrup.
It
Yeah.
just goes
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh,
I'm like, screw it. I ain't cleaning that
is that
off.
blood or Jaeger on my snare drum? Both. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you get
All
that
right.
nice little slice in your cymbal and you grab it the wrong way.
All right.
And yeah, all shit. You don't even notice you're bleeding until you see these like freckles on your snare.
Hey, I'm super proud of those. I love seeing them like
Snare
splat. I'm
freckles.
like, yes,
Oh, no, I
someone did
saved
work
those.
today.
I've saved those. I'll cut out the whole snare part of it and just save it. And those are the greatest.
I love looking at those. Like I save them too. Like
I like it when they hit the cymbals and then like everything turns green from the copper.
right.
But then like somebody tries to clean
How
it. It's
old
like,
are
don't
your
clean the
cymbals? Jesus.
Oh, very old.
Oh, jeez.
As old as
Green
Jesus.
cymbals.
Actually, I bought new ones like when I was doing the mitosis of drum kits to make Franken kit. Then
The mitosis?
yeah, it was like one kit was just like splitting apart and becoming two.
All you had to do is wait. It
Like
just became
cell
another kit.
mitosis, yeah.
Regeneration.
I was just like, all I was doing was like adding a little bit more hardware and cymbals. But I got a whole bunch of Sabian SR2 cymbals. and those things are fucking awesome cymbals for fucking the money.
Oh,
Well, it depends.
the cheapy-
It's like
for like a practice kit, yeah. But
no, they're not the cheap cymbals. They're the actual expensive cymbals from the trade shows. They just relay them and then they put them back on the market. So basically, they're the cost of a used cymbal, but they're not like a B8 cymbal or cheap shit like that.
yeah.
So the ones that I've got, I actually got really fucking lucky with because, like, I have a 18-inch crash and it's just this nice heavy crash, big old fucking dimples from hand hammering, awesome 21-inch ride. It's a medium ride though. It's not the big giant bell, but it's still like better than my old school Zildjian.
I haven't played Sabian in a while, so
I have a really old Peisty, like talking about old cymbals. When I got that 5-piece kit in the early 80s, it came with Peisty 2002 20-inch medium ride or heavy ride.
Oh yeah.
But it was like the bell is like so tiny on it still
Right.
because like
That's-
they didn't know
that's-
about bells back then.
yeah, that's what I was playing this weekend. Was all Peisty. He said, "No, I got cymbals, I got pedals, I got all that shit. I brought everything."
Yeah.
So now just play this shit if you can. I said, "Okay."
Well, they had a newer 2002 line also that they did. I think that was still the B20 alloy.
Was it still the red script?
Maybe. But they stopped doing them for a while. Then they came out with that signature alloy.
Yeah, but the bell was
and then they had
tiny.
the sound formula that they did
always
again.
tiny.
I like a big bell. Mega bell.
Yeah, he
Well, I
likes
remember-
his mega bell.
I remember when
the one on
Sabians-
his fucking soul tone symbol is like that fucking big.
I know. It's like all bell, like this much symbol. It's like,
Yeah.
Did you see the? I showed you the snare that I had made, right?
Yes.
The one that was dipped and all that. Oh,
Oh, dude. Speaking of snares, so I go into the La Mesa Guitar Center last week. I was dicking around, wasting some time, and apparently they redid the whole store, San Diego,
who?
and
What?
the La Mesa Guitar Center
I don't.
off
know.
of the
You
8.
said that all like really fast. You're
I
like,
can't even-
Did I? Oh shit!
I can't even
The
walk in
La
those.
Mesa Guitar Center,
Where you
Guitar
can listen
Center,
to
Sunday,
smooth
Sunday,
jazz.
Sunday.
You might as well say the Best Buy Guitar Center.
Anyway, the Chris Adler signature snare drum, the Warbird, Mapex makes it. It's a 12-inch by 4.5-inch. Dude, they had one of those in the cymbal room and a bunch of used snare drums. So I was checking out all the snares. There's like, $50 ones or whatever. I'm a pretty impulse buyer. I was just in there again, dicking around, wasting time. Like, if I see something I like, I'll pick it up. Obviously, But I saw the Warbird in there, and I'm like, I didn't even hit it with a stick. I hit it with my fucking index finger, like, bang. It was like, bam. I'm like, whoa. No, that thing's like a shotgun hitting a whip, breaking a piece of glass, dude.
No, I gotta-
Yo, it's loud as shit.
I got
What's
to
it made
introduce
of?
you to Tim.
It's some kind of wood. It's etched. It's the Chris Adler signature Warbird snare drum. Look it up. But dude, that's a sick fucking snare for a
Nice.
12-inch.
That's a tiny snare
Because
too.
for a 13-inch, that's like, okay, oh, you're going a smaller snare drum. You must play like freaking Sublime or reggae, like my genre. But for Lamb of God, the 12-inch, dude, he's got such a huge kit.
Dude, I've got
it
a-
must look like one of his toms, but no, that thing pops, dude.
Well, I know. I can
it's
tell by
just,
the way he plays, but
gah! And the rim's like, it's actually a taller rim too. So I think that helps. It's a
I've got.
there's something with the
Yeah.
bearing edge that was I tried to read the thing on it, and there was something special about the bearing edge on it that gets it to get that loud. But
I got to introduce you to Tim from.
but
SoCal.
it's like
Yeah.
that freaking tall. But dude, I hit it with my finger, not even a drumstick, and it just filled the cymbal room. I was astonished. I was like, it's like I think $400 or whatever, 500,
damn.
but it's well worth it, dude. I'm like, God, I'm like, whoa.
I have a little 13 by
Whoa.
6 that I just fucking love. But it was a cheap drum. It's
I
like
got the 13
Orange
by
County
7.
drums.
That one.
And they're like usually like you can get a good snare for a couple $100, so it's still cheap, but they're good material.
Right.
The throw offs are good, and they're always die cast hoops too. So I'm like, okay, but it's a maple snare drum, and I
Well,
tune it high. I've got this
Orange County got
Evans-
bought out.
Well, I mean, I think
If
it's Chinese
like,
made anyway.
if you're talking like 10 years ago, then yeah.
it's Chinese made drum.
Well, now it is.
That's why they're cheap.
Well, now it is. Yeah. That's why I have a metal snare that one. It's a microvent one that I had Tim put all his hardware on, and better hoops, the thicker hoops. That thing cracks like a motherfucker now. But I would break lugs on that thing like crazy. Same with my Ludwig snare. I break lugs on it like crazy.
Well, I've gone through hoops and lug casings on my Chad Smith Pearl drum. Dude, his first Signature Series, dude, that's a sick drum.
I've
And
never
it's
broken
got a
any
lot
lugs or
of hours
casings
on
like
it.
that.
But I broke a casing on that, had to replace it with a Ludwig one, and I had to re-drill the holes in the brass shell. But the pearl drums and the some OCP snares I have like 20 snare drums.
Nice.
Like one part's broken on each one of them. Instead of like being smart and fixing the one part, I walk into Guitar Center, I find a cheap ass snare drum. Like that sounds really good, and I just wind up buying another snare drum
Yeah.
because I'm a dumbass.
Well, why not? It helps to have a lot of
I
snares.
could have just bought a hoop for this one, but nah,
Yeah.
I like this one.
That's why I'm like,
I have a room full of freaking just one part broken snare drums. It's stupid.
That's
So
why
stupid.
That's why I stuck with Tim. I'll introduce you to Tim. Once he brings you in and shows you what he's got and what he can, he has a snare drum that's like a 10 or a 12 inch by like 14-inch deep that he made. It's like this weird accent
Oh, shit.
snare. It's a bitchin' like accent snare. But I mean, he makes the most obscure,
Sounds like a marching snare.
crazy. No, it's not even a marching snare. It's just an accent.
Really deep?
It's like 14 inches deep. Yeah.
Damn.
It looks like a little mini floor tom, but it's a snare.
Yeah.
And but he makes the most obscure, crazy shit, and it's just that's why I can't wait to get him on the drum clinic one time. He's just so fucking busy. He's going to be building the rest of my kit and get it done in time for NAMM and have it displayed at his booth.
Nice.
So that's
Well, speaking of the tom snare drum conversion thing,
Yeah.
So the opposite. What you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
like,
using a marching snare
so-
as a floor tom. Well, I still have the snare throw off. I just
Right.
put cable snares so that way it doesn't sound snary when the snares are off. That
Right.
sounds funny.
But
probably sounds like a Brazilian kind of.
No, because it's not tight.
Oh, you loosen it up.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
very loose, just as loose to where there's no wrinkles.
No ring.
well, I was in a band called Ear
Oh.
Food right after.
Ear food.
Yeah, Ear Food.
Nice.
So it was like kind of like if you take Jane's Addiction, Primus, and The Doors and put them all in a pot and mix it up. That's what that band was. But the original drummer that I replaced, Cheney got me this gig. Thank you, Cheney Bryant. Props. He had his thing was he had a tom, a rack tom that was converted into a snare, and it sounded excellent for his style and all that. So I basically replaced that drummer. I kept hearing about this freaking incredible snare that was converted out of a tom, and he did all the work himself. And I've heard the recordings, and it sounds bitchin'. It does.
Like a 12-inch?
Yes, I think it was. It was like
Yeah.
a 12 by 10 or something like that.
Nice.
Not sure what brand it was. They didn't get into that, but no, it was that was his signature sound. That drummer.
I have an old 12x7 snare drum. It's leady, and it's one of the old Civil War era
Right.
rope tune snare drums.
Right.
I think it was made later, like as a replica, because the ones they used were a lot bigger. But it's just like that thing's. The only problem is I can't tune it because the
Civil
rope.
War
If you
style.
try to pull the rope, it'll break. And it literally has catgut snares, like made
Yes.
of actual
Yes.
catguts.
Cat guts.
Yeah, they used to string out cats' intestines to make the material for the snares, and they would wind a little bit of metal around
Oh,
it.
shitty kitty snare drum head.
Yeah,
Shitty
Kitty Tiffany,
Yeah.
you're gonna murder cats or snare drums.
I'm gonna go play it at the
hilarious.
next PETA rally. Except I took off the leather drum
Shitty kitty
head.
skins.
Were they Vietnamese and made?
I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I
we
thought
got a
this was
restaurant and we're
PETA."
gonna make snare drums.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, it goes.
Dog for protection only.
We just
PETA.
we just did a really bad realm right there. Oh, some people are gonna hate us. Anyway, welcome to Drum Clinic Radio.
Yeah.
But Noble Cooley, speaking of the Civil War
Oh, yeah.
stuff, so I actually checked out a whole Noble Cooley kit at the was the drum shop in Hollywood. There's the Guitar Center, there's Freedom Guitar, and there's Mesa Boogie. In that same block, there was a drum shop where I saw that PV kit that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
And
I
and
can't
I remember
think
the
of the
material of that PV kit. It was like a playground slide, freaking tunnel slide. It was with freaking lug screws in it.
They should
And
have that for Blue Man
They sounded
Group or
bitchin'.
something.
I think Eve 6 was first using those when they first got started.
I can't-
Anyway,
I can't think of the name, but
Noble Cooley, they had this nickel plated snare drum. It was like fucking $900, and it was heavier than me at the time. But it was like, what the hell's Noble Cooley? And I asked my uncle Dan McBride, about Noble Cooley's like, yeah, they were making Civil War drums back in the day with the catgut snares and the.
I didn't know they were that old. I thought they were a startup in the 80s.
No, Noble Cooley goes freaking. They're like one of the first.
Because they did a lot of research
They're
on
the war marching drums
points of the drums and everything like that. Like Pearl was doing the free floating, and Noble Cooley was like, "Nah, that's not how you do it.
Like
you put the screws
almost
in
100
the wood,
years before
you
that.
just do it on the nodal points, and that way the wood is like still free floating."
No, feel free to correct me, anybody out there, but Noble Cooley, I think they made the marching snares for was the Civil War, and the guys in the drum in the front with the rifle guys, the dude, the
rifle guys,
the poor soul, the poor 19-year-old that had to march in front with the drum and get shot first.
Exactly.
That was a Noble Cooley drum.
Yeah, the drummers always get
here's where
fucked.
the drummers, here's where they're at, and just
And
like
please, old school drummers, if you're chiming in, please correct me on that if you know anything about that. But I was told that Noble Cooley made they go way back.
yeah, I know they're like
Way back.
based out of North Carolina, right?
Okay, now
North Carolina. We're gonna have some pork barbecue.
that's where Maximum Overdrive was filmed.
I tell you one damn thing. That little Toyota truck of mine, that'll take you through
Toyota.
anything. Yeah, I used to live in Martinsville, Virginia, right on the border of North Carolina, man. It was fucking awesome. It sucked.
I played a few shows in North Carolina. They do talk like that. Almost like,
Yeah.
wait, Louisiana's way over there. Why do you talk like that?
I tell you
Toyota.
one damn thing.
Let me tell you something, son. Them gators down there, fucking by, dude,
Like,
but we got them jet skis on the riverbank.
what's that character's name?
I was just making up.
No,
there's probably 10 different characters.
No, the fucking guy on the fucking.
You think about Dale?
Dale?
King
Yeah,
of the Hill? He was another
Dang,
level.
dang. Wrong.
Damn. No, he talks way slower than that. Damn.
Hilarious.
Toyotas.
Yeah. I knew a guy and he would say that all the time. We were working like for the state government, so we couldn't technically
stealing
cuss.
that. I like
so
it.
he would always whisper, I tell you one damn thing.
I'll tell you what.
Oh,
Oh, Bobby.
damn it.
Come on, Bobby.
Bobby, why are you wearing panties?
Yeah, but Nolans, that's a whole nother thing. Talk
Nolans.
about that accent.
That place. Thank you.
Where people actually speak French, but it's kind of French and not really French, and it's just like, how do you
It's
communicate? Yeah, it's some
French.
kind of mixture
Frenchy.
of different
French.
languages. I was telling my Canadian friends, I was like, there's actually a place in America where we speak French. It's just not the kind of French you're going to be used to hearing.
If the Canadians clashed with the freaking New Orleans people, oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Jeez.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about? Eh?
What's this about?
Nolans.
Yeah, I met a guy in Nolans. He could tell
No.
you exactly when and where you got the boots on your feet. What? Am I
fucker.
supposed to finish that?
That's fucking bad. Too much time was in.
He'd be like, "You got your boots on your feet right here, right now, in New Orleans,"
Right
and then
now.
you have to pay him $20.
Yeah, you did. Hey, check out the CD about my band.
He got my
You took
friend,
that
and then my
percent?
friend didn't want to pay him. I'm like, "Oh, come on, man! You agreed to it beforehand."
I got duped. We got Safety Owners got flown out to New Orleans for Ted Fest. What up, Ted? And it's like, oh, cool, New Orleans. Fuck yeah, dude. We're checking out the scene, and we're right by freaking the French Quarter. We're like,
Oh,
there
nice.
the hotel. I forget what hotel we stayed at. It was a pretty well known hotel, and obviously I can't remember it right now. But there was like 3 blocks away, and we're raging over there, and yeah, we got duped. These guys were check out our new single, blah blah blah. Check out our demo. And they handed us the CD, so we took it. Like California people, all right, where's the money at? And it was
Yeah.
like 6 big black dudes. And there
Don't
was like
even touch
3
it.
There was like 3 of us freaking little white guys like, I gave him $5. I know that was our first day there. So I don't know how the things worked over there, but I'm like, I don't want to get beat up.
And no, anyone that's like handing, like especially like the rap artists, when they hand
I
you
don't even
shit,
think I listened to it. I just paid for it.
yeah, they're just like,
So I wouldn't get
here,
beat up."
check out my CD. I'm like, yeah, let me, I'll trade you for mine. And they'll be like, oh man, you know how hard it is. I'm like, yeah, I know how hard it is. So, and then they walk away.
Nice.
So now I know what to do.
Yeah, you don't
I could
let
learn
them
this the
dupe
first
you.
day.
You just sit there and
I
fucking
come over as a
dupe them
Californian.
back. Like, hey, yeah, I know exactly how hard it is. So fuck you.
I'm gonna take a break. I need to take a leak.
Yeah, $5 not that bad. Good old New Orleans.
No,
I drove through there one time and just like we had gumbo and fried alligator and all kinds of stuff.
fried
The
alligator?
music was bomb too. I love the music in New Orleans.
There's all kinds of shit out there.
Yeah, it's just a lot of like really, really jazzy, groovy kind of stuff. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it mixes with the whole atmosphere out there too. So I've never been to New Orleans, so I don't know.
It's definitely worth going by.
Well, I'd like to, but
I wasn't there during
as
Mardi
long as I'm
Gras.
not there doing a fucking hurricane or some bullshit,
Yeah,
the lowest part of the fucking
yeah, it's below sea level.
yeah. I'm like, nah. Well, yeah, knowing my luck, I'd get out there, get a gig out there, and like, all right, cool, we're playing in the French Quarter, blah blah blah, party, and then you get out there and there's a fucking Category 4 fucking hurricane coming in. Like,
Yep.
nah, yeah, that's my luck.
Well, at least it's harder to get through that side. Like most of them go on the other side of the Gulf, like on the East Coast. But they have to like dip through the Caribbean down under Florida, America's Wang, and then like work their way back
America's
up.
Wang.
Yeah, Florida's America's
Wang.
Wang. It's the Wang state.
Yeah,
Remember they used to have a computer called Wang.
did they?
Yep.
I couldn't
Wang
tell you about that.
computers.
Oh, you'll buy my Wang.
Yeah. Oh, you like Wang?
Oh, you like it's a very powerful Wang.
Yeah, that was like in the early days of IBM.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like early days.
Was it made by IBM or
No, but I think
It was made by
IBM
Wang?
actually bought them out or something.
Oh jeez.
Like early.
Oh,
early
me
80s.
buy your Wang.
Yeah, they bought the Wang. Or Wang bought them. I don't know.
Who knows?
Wang knows. Only Wang knows.
Shit.
Yeah, so hopefully there's not going to be any hurricanes there anytime soon because they just fixed it. And that shit was like 10 or 15 years ago. It took that long to get everything back
I
up and
remember
going.
that.
And there's like all these other places. Now they got to fix Puerto Rico. They're like still like most of the places out of power.
That's their problem. I'm tired of like the United States having to pay for other countries' bullshit. It's like they don't pay for ours.
Puerto Rico is United States.
Is it? Oh, okay, whatever. Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
It's
kidding
just
me?
they never made it a state, but it's United States territory. Guam is too in the Pacific. Like Hawaii, like was
Oh, well,
that way,
Hawaii,
and then they
yeah.
made that into a state.
Yeah. So, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you could be thinking of Haiti, because
I
they're
don't
not U.S. territory; they're their own government. They're the ones that occupy the other half of Cuba or something. I don't know geography that well.
Couldn't
But
tell
any
you.
of those Caribbean islands, that is like hurricane central. If you look at how the islands are shaped, they're actually shaped by the hurricanes. So, yeah, you're kind of screwed
Oh,
if you
shit.
live there. Uh-oh, he's doing the moonwalk in here. It's like, oh shit,
Oh, you forgot his keys or something. I don't know.
the bathroom key.
Could be. That might help. Yep. So, shit.
So, more about SoCal drums. I want to hear about that shit on the NAMM show.
Well, yeah, we got to get him on here. Tim, he's a busy guy, but yeah, that guy, he has a really good feel for like tone of drums and the way he makes them, just like bearing edges and material that it makes out of. Like we're talking about, like my drum is going to be made out of several different types of wood in a ply.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get like several different types of wood made into one ply to have different tones.
Into one
that-
ply?
Into one ply, and like it's going to be like maybe a 7-ply drum, but it's going to have like maybe 3 or 4 different types of wood mixed in with it, so it gets different tones.
That sounds like Remo, where they like make it out of pressboard.
No, no,
But no.
not at all. You can make it out of whatever you want, but there's this particular type of wood. I forget what he said it was. It's some type of oak, like a red oak or something like
Oh,
that.
nice.
And he said it just gets such a crazy tone that he goes, you got to have that on the inside, and that's what gives you your tone, because it has such a different, like, especially he goes, the way you play, how hard you play and how hard you hit, it's going to give you a great tone. So that's what we're dealing with, is the shell that we're going to have custom made to have on all my shells, because I don't want I don't want every drum to be the same. I didn't want stave. I mean, I'd like to have a stave kit because he makes amazing stave kits too. But this one, I want a ply shell that I can bring around. It's not weighing a fucking 100 pounds, because those stave kits are just so heavy. But those are good for the stave kit. I would like to have for like a studio kit, because those you just set them up. And
I thought they were better for live because of the
no,
loudness.
no. They're good for both, but for tone, if you put a brand new head on it, work it in and tone it, to where it needs, tune it to where it needs to be, that thing is going to need no extra effects or gates or anything. It's just going to be the natural tone is what you're going to hear. The drums that he makes are far superior from what I've heard from a lot of other companies out there, and that are using cheaper products, cheaper lugs that break, and especially snares. He makes his own custom lugs, humble lugs, and he makes them out of hardened steel, so they're not
Nice.
like pop metal or any of these cheap shit things that are going to break. I've broken so many lugs on my Ludwig, on all the other
Especially if
cheap
it's
snares.
like Chinese stuff, because so much stuff gets imported, but the Chinese steel is not the same quality as ours.
No, absolutely not.
But I don't get, like, how do these tariffs work where steel gets more expensive if we make it ourselves?
I don't know.
Stick with American steel. It's good. But yeah, for drum hardware, that shit is very important. For me, I put a lot of emphasis on the hoops. Like a regular hoop. Just,
Well, I've got like my hoops that I had made for the snare that I had made. They're like a thicker gauge, and he said he goes, listen to this. He held it with his finger and he hit it with a stick, and it makes a tone.
nice.
So it actually has
Like a little bell.
yeah. So it actually has a tone. If you do that with a normal, it just goes ding.
Yep.
This one just goes ding.
Yep.
and
That means
has
it's good,
resonance.
solid metal.
Yeah, so that's what I had put on, and I had him do the black nickel on it on all my hardware. So
Oh, nice.
that's what that one snare is, and it's been an amazing snare, and
I
it
have a-
sounds great, and just it cracks like a son of a bitch.
I have a black nickel brass snare drum, and that thing is just amazing. It was a cheap drum too. Pork
Yeah.
pie.
Pork,
Like there's,
pork pie.
they probably make like more expensive custom stuff, but like it was just another $200 snare drum. But that thing sounds so freaking amazing. Whether I tune it really high or really low, it just always sounds good.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with brass.
Start with the break.
All right. Well, if that clock is right, I think we got about 5 minutes left. So take one more shot.
You guys
And
can do your thing.
I'm like really
I'll definitely take a
dancing
shot.
here because I got to pee.
Yeah, tell
It
me.
sucks
About
when I went to go wash my hands. It splashed on my freaking pants. It looks like I
Piss your pants.
was like, I'm gonna wash my hands. I freaking splashed it over. And I'm like, oh dang it. I'm like,
Is the bathroom safe now?
oh, it's definitely safe.
Okay.
I just went number one, but it's like
He's like,
if I'd have
"Which
peed my
door is
pants,
it?"
it'd have been better. But I was like, got water all over the front of my pants. It wasn't-
Did you try every door in the hallway until you found the right one?
no, it's pretty easy. But I was like, I don't know if this is visual. I better go change out real quick. It looks embarrassing. I don't like having wet pants.
Oh,
But it was water.
Oh,
It was a
cheers
pee.
to that.
It was water. Hey,
Oh,
dude,
the
thank
wo-
you guys.
the wood
Another successful drum clinic.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Again, Zig, thanks for having us, and chaoticradio.com. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Always a good time.
So,
Yeah. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots more people
Ding
have tuned
dong.
in too, like while we've been doing this.
Yeah.
So I just want to shout out to everybody and say thank you.
I can't see.
We love you
who's-
all.
I can't see everybody. It just goes. It comes in and goes out so fast. I can't even.
I think it shows me more than when Zig's doing it on his Facebook Live. So,
it goes in and goes out so fast.
but I don't know.
like a machine gun. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Tiffany, are you
sorry.
chiming in?
It's never happened like that before. Honestly, baby. It's just I've been like working a lot and doing all these shows and I just got all excited.
I'm done.
Giggity, get deep.
All right.
Welcome to 7-Eleven. Can I help you?
That's hilarious.
You get into my store?
So we got like 4 minutes
Should
left.
we close it? Oh, we got 4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Wow.
Oh,
It's been 2 hours already?
That clock's fast. I've been looking in there.
Cool. Yeah.
So we get to talk about more drums. When you were before you came back, we were talking about metal hoops and stuff, and the SoCal drums. How he uses like the heavy duty hoops on shit, and I was talking about using American steel versus like cheaper Chinese steel, which can break easier because they put everything in their steel. It's like not as pure like as a metal.
Well,
I like the when I had my Sonar kit made, I really like the metal, the German metal.
Oh yeah,
The German.
it's the German metal.
Well, I paid a pretty good dime for my my Delight kit.
They're like, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it.
You see, the American man. This is real. Fuck the Detroit
This
steel
is how
shit.
you make a drum.
That's
But no, all the drums are heavy, really well made. But the German steel, the hoops and the lead casings and the those off freaking tuning
throw-offs. Yeah.
tuning the screws, the lug screws,
Yeah.
the flathead shit. Why did they come up with that?
I have no
But
idea.
no, it's my kit's really well made. I'm really happy with it. It's worth every dime too.
It's one thing I've always loved about Peisties. They're like they used to be Swiss made. Weren't we talking about them being a German company now?
I don't know.
Or like German owned?
Every time I've hit I'm surprised I didn't
European
break.
made.
I'm surprised I didn't break
Yeah.
those fuckers this weekend.
Yeah, but they're good cymbals.
They sound great, yeah.
Some
but
of them are really thin,
those
like the
worst,
Peisty thin ones.
the worst are the Zildjians. The Zildjians I break so fast.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like Zildjians make good cymbals, but why do they break easy? Like Sabians are
They're-
super strong. Like I don't think you'll ever
Sabians,
break
yeah.
a Sabian.
Sabians have lasted me the longest, other than Soultone. Soultones
And they
have
make
been really
they
good
use
too.
the same formula as Zildjian. They're brothers. Like they learn from the same family.
I remember when the WAX series used to be really affordable for that good quality. When you could get a brand new,
Used to be.
like a metal crash WAX, whatever.
Yeah,
16
now it's like
18
$300 or
inch.
$400.
They used to be like $170. Now they're like $270.
But that's why
There was a big price jump.
check out the
And I
SR2
was
line
kinda
because you
pissed.
can get that cymbal for $70. But it's you're kind of like playing the lottery. It's like is it going to be that or is it going to be a plain like machine hammered one? But usually if it's trade show ones, like I think all the ones that I have are hand hammered. They they remachine them. So they take them back into the factory, they lathe them again and then they tune them again, which is weird.
You get remanufactured cymbals.
Yeah.
Well, if someone figured it out, they're fucking smart
Yep.
because they're making money.
Yeah.
Because
But
every
I mean,
drummer wants to remanufacture some cymbals.
that
you know?
21-inch ride was literally $70, and it's the best
shit.
sounding fucking ride. I love that thing.
No,
Well, we got 1 minute left.
Yay!
So
wow, that was quick.
yeah, it goes quick. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, we're drinking tequila. That was quick. Have a bottle of Jameson and have a bottle of tequila later. All right.
Yep. And we almost finished this.
Oh, let's finish it. Fucking A.
You
Dude,
guys
there was
can have
literally
at it.
3 shots in there.
You can have it.
Give me that shit.
All right.
You guys have
All
fun.
right, we gotta end it. We gotta end the show for Zig in the proper way. Think
For
of
Zig.
the skull,
Feel
shot
better?
glasses.
We need to
Giggity,
cue
giggity.
on the song.
We don't have the outro, but it's going to kick off
But
here.
we were going to play Africa for you. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun,
God.
dun, dun, dun.
It's probably kicking off right now anyway.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hopefully that kicked off in the middle of your shit.
Thank you guys, man.
That's what I was looking
literally
forward to.
We were setting up. I was saying that shit
No,
every like
YouTube
2
is still
minutes.
on. Like the recording that goes back on Kaotic.
Yeah, the YouTube is still on, but the
that has a timer on it, which might cut off 10 minutes early. When I set it up, I do it 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
So there's time for commercials.
yeah,
For you, Zig, these guys are trying to
But
piss
the
out on me.
YouTube is still on, and they can still hear us on Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, one more. That's the whole thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Come on, man. There's
Cheese
this
and
much of the
rice.
bottle.
Yay.
You're really, that's perfect. Look
Yeah,
at that.
that's
End of the show. Boom. Nothing.
Sweet.
2 drops.
Yeah. Thanks
guys.
for watching, everybody.
Dude, thank you guys for having me. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming.
Love it. Till next time, everybody. Chaotic Radio Drum Clinic.
Yep. See you.
Peace out.
Jason just said chug, chug, chug.
How the hell do I stop this motherfucker? Oh, slide to stop. There we go.
Slide to stop.
Well, no, you push on it.
Usually, if you slide, you're getting things going.
Dude, that
My
was
ears
awesome.
sweat a lot.
Oh yeah,
These headphones are
That
so
was
hot.
fun.
that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good show. All right, let's turn off Facebook. We should, or YouTube. We should turn the temperature back up. I
Yeah,
think we
that's-
forgot that last week.
Don't know.
And there should be some wipies for the desk.
So YouTube, you got to get off, and I need to piss or...
In the recording. Now, this shit's gonna hit me hard as soon as I stand
Yeah.
up.
I was like, thank God I got the piss out just in time. Like, whoosh. I was in a hurry to wash my hands, and I was just flapping my hands around. Like, I gotta get back to this desk. I splashed all over. I'm like, God dang it! Like that was just useless. Hell yeah! So what? I wanted to pipe up. What are your influences? What got you into playing drums?
A lot of rock. Like
So I heard Scott told me you wrote a book, and
Yeah.
something.
Like most of my influences and shit are like probably from like 70s stuff, Kiss and Aerosmith, like the early stuff and
Oh, yeah.
Rush,
Nice.
that kind of shit.